And we are back with a brand new edition. Is it fucking dark? It seems very dark. It's dark and mysterious Sunday. It feels very dark to me, but I know it's dark here. So whatever, the show must go on. And I didn't even create an event for today. So there's that part. But I do feel like it's very dark in here. So anyway, we're not going to talk about all this stuff we got going on here today. What's up, golden baby tail feather? I didn't even introduce myself. That was rude. My name is Jen. I am obviously your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption and everything else to work in your favor. I already know that sounds good to you. Click that follow button, subscribe button, wherever you're watching from. Yes, Laura. What up, bro? Hey, Amy. Okay, also, if you're interested in having me manifest your SP for you, or you want to work with me one-on-one to figure out where you're going wrong so you can get it right, all links are in my bio. I got a WhatsApp community. I've got text coaching. I've got guided meditations and hypnosis societies, all the things, okay? It's one of those days. That's why I'm having a Starbucks coffee, just so you know. Oh, we have a friendly competition every day. Oh, all links are in my bio or description, wherever you're watching from. It's one of those days. Also, I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, don't even trip, because I always put them on the tube of the U. So head on over there, subscribe while you're there, watch them. I don't give a shit. Play them in the background. Comment, engage, so that we can get more people to understand that where they're going wrong, so then they get it right, okay? We have a friendly competition every day. Or competition, I mean contest. Really, you guys should view everything as a competition. But anyway, contest that if you repost this live or you share this live, then you're entered to win some amazing prizes. Mainly to work with me and my team and to be a part of our WhatsApp community or anything else. I am putting together an 8-part video series on how to manifest your SP back, the right way. I manifested my SP back from no contact to fully living with me in a matter of only 4 weeks. So I'm here to help you do the same. Okay, I'm good at it. And so I'm here to help you be good at it, which we're going to talk about a couple things today, other than this, like, fucking, what do they call them? Eye booger that's popping out. Anyway, there's that. I went on a walk this morning, and I went and got my iced coffee. In case you want to know, it's iced Americano with white chocolate, half the pumps, because if not, it's sweet as fuck, and heavy whipping cream. Yes, this is my go-to Starbucks drink. It's Sunday. Anyway, we talk mainly here about SPs. So if you want to know, if you don't like that shit, scroll to the next. But if you have any questions regarding your SP, drop it in the comments below. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you manifest your SP back. What up, Sarah Elizabeth? And so that, the world can be a better place. Because everyone's getting their SPs back. You know what I'm saying? But if you have any questions when it comes to weight loss, business success, or money, I've covered it all. I know I only teach what I know how to do, and I've manifested all of that shit. So health, same thing. So I'm here to help you do the same. Oh, right. I've manifested all of that shit. So health, same thing. So I'm here to help you do the same. Oh, right. Amy, SP was texting me all night and drunk texted me. Ooh, I love that. It's interesting people's concept. What up, Dariz? It's interesting people's concept when it comes to drunk texting. And they try to brush it off because the next day they're like, oh, I was drunk. I was like, okay, well, usually that's when the truth comes out. It's called truth serum. And the reason why drunk texts are truth serum is because their barriers are lowered, right? It's inebriated. So they don't care, which is why they do silly things when they're drunk, and they try to blame it on being drunk. And I was like, nah, actually, you would have done that naturally. You just aren't afraid of embarrassment or judgment or any of that stuff. So because of that, people act different when they're drunk, and then try and blame it on the booze, baby. But it's called truth. Another person in my DMs is literally Nadine. I know your fucking name, bitch. Okay. Another person was in my DMs and got her sign where, her SP's daughter texted her, wanted to see her, missed her. And she's like, I know that his text is next. Care to guess who she got a text from last night? SP. Had a great conversation. Talked for a while on the phone. That's how this works. That's how this works. Okay. Hi, Jen. Golden. Can you tell me the steps to manifesting SP back? Yes. I wrote them down for you. Only because I don't even have them here. Only because I'm making my video series for you guys. So basically, in case you have never manifested an SP or an SP back, here's what you have to get. So if you've never been in a relationship, okay, Golden. So what did I affirm first? He's in love with me, and second, he spends time every day. Got a church gone. Oh, okay. All right. So in your situation, yes, you would affirm I believe in manifesting in steps. Okay. It works fastest and you see movements. Okay. Because if you're living in the end, until you get on board with living in the end, you're not going to see any movement until it gets closer to that time. Okay. So like when I was manifesting my latest manifestation, I didn't see movement until it got closer to that date. You have to get on board with that date. Okay. And so forth. So what you would do, what up, CC Bestie? So what you would do is here. So you're going to manifest him back in steps. So he's so obsessed with me. I'm all he ever thinks about. He's always calling and texting me. Contact. He's constantly spending time with me. He'll do anything to be in a relationship with me right now. Okay. Now, because affirming that he's in love with you is not good enough, because there's a lot of people that are in love that will always, and they'll even say this when they're breaking up with you, is I will always love you. Oh, there's nothing. I will always love you. I just don't see a future with you, or we're just not on the same page, or you deserve better, right? So love is not a strong enough emotion. Instead, the emotion, you need to affirm for what it is that you want to see. Okay, so if you're going to affirm for love, then you need to affirm for love, but in a different way. Okay. Okay. You need to affirm for love, but it's like, it has to be backed by an action. So it would be something like, he's so in love with me. He wants to live with me. See what I'm saying? So it's backed by an action. He's so in love with me. He shows me that every single day, backed by movement, backed by an action. Okay. He's so in love with me. He's constantly talking about our future together. He's so in love with me. He wants to marry me. He's so in love with me. He wants to be in a relationship with me right now. Okay. So it has to be backed by an action item, because love is a feeling, right? We love a lot of people in our lives, but we don't fucking want to date them. You know what I'm saying? So, and there's a lot of people that get divorced and everything that are like, no, I'll always love you. Okay, sick. What the fuck? You know what I mean? That ain't the vibe. That ain't the vibe. You know what I mean, girlfriend? So, what up, Nadine? Long time no chatty. I know you're not manifesting him back. I got that part from you, from your story. So you need to, if you're not manifesting him back and you're manifesting NSP, you need to see him. You need to get clear on what you want in a relationship. A lot of you need to get clear on that shit. Let's be frank. A lot of you need to get very clear on what the fuck you even want in a relationship. Because you guys will, I have to add an email, and I'm going to put it in bold. I don't know. In the email, when you guys are like jumping on a coaching call with me, or even a manifest for me call, and I'll be, what do you like about the person? What is it about this person? Describe them to me. I'll be like, they're just great. What the fuck does that even mean? You know what I'm saying? Or you guys will pick, like, I had asked 2 people today. I said, okay, that's not what I fucking asked you. You know, I'll be like, what, describe this person to me. And then you go on like old story, everything. Let me give you history about everything I don't fucking like about this person. That's not what I asked. But that tells me exactly, because listen, remember, my entire background is a study of the mind. Okay. So I listen to what you guys say, and I know exactly if you're lying to yourself or you're not, and if you don't dead, which is what we're going to talk about today, the old fucking story, the bad shit, the good shit, I don't think you need to forget about. Why would you forget about that? It's called good memories, right? But you guys will go into describing your SP, but then it takes a whole left fucking turn. Like, you'll describe them, And then all of a sudden you're bitching about them in the same breath. And I was like, wait, where are we going here? That's not what I asked. I said, what makes them your person? And then you'll start talking about all the bad shit. You can't do that. You can't do that. This is exactly why they're not conforming. You want to know? Because that's literally on my videos. I just started brainstorming. Get a grip. And it literally, the one video I'm going to be making today is how SPs conform. They conform based on who you see them as. Do you see them as a good person or a bad person? Can you drop the old shit or can you not? If you can't, that's the problem. They can come back tomorrow, but all you're going to do is revert back to old shit because you haven't let it go. Because you haven't let it go. You need to drop that shit. Dead it. Dead it. This is where that, like thing comes where we say like, where we just want to have a fresh start. It's called fresh start for a reason. Have a fresh fucking start. But you can't have a fresh start if you keep drumming up the shit from the past. You can't do that. That just logically doesn't make any sense. Okay, so what was her name? Golden. So when it comes to you, you would affirm in steps, right? But how you see this person, get very clear on what you like about this person, what you want in a relationship. Even if you've never had one with this person before, what do you want in a perfect relationship? Like, who do you want to marry? You know what I'm saying? Because we're not just trying to get in a relationship. Let's be honest. Okay. We obviously want marriage. So what does that look like to you? What does your future forever partner look like to you? How do they treat you? How do they make you feel? Get very clear on the qualities that you would have in a perfect relationship. Therefore, that person starts to conform to that version of them, but you must only see them that way. Okay. Then you can affirm in steps and then focus on inner conversations. Like, inner conversations are very, very important because that's what's pushing out. That's what's pushing out. Is what you're telling yourself. So what the fuck are you choosing to tell yourself? Okay, now, Mia, do I believe in birds before land? Loads of X's are coming through. Okay. So, do I believe in birds before land? Yes. Those are AKA signs. That's what they are, okay? Now, there's loads of X's are coming through. Now, that's something different, okay? So, birds before land, yes. So, that's basically like I'm seeing all the signs, right? But remember, birds before land are whatever you decide is birds before fucking land, okay? Whatever sign you want to give, that's birds before land, okay? So, it's like, oh, if I see two birds flying together, that means my manifestation is here. That's birds before land. Okay, there's no predetermined birds before land. There's none of that. A lot of people are going around looking for birds before land. This is why you're checking the 3D for movement. No, birds before land is whatever you decide it is. Whatever you decide it is. Okay, and then also if you have loads of X's coming through, but not your SP, the one that you want, here's what that means. That means that take a look at each of your X's that are conforming. How would you naturally describe them? Whether you have feelings for them or not is irrelevant. Okay. But how would you naturally describe them? Also, what is it that you know about them? Right. Because most of our past relationships don't end in like turmoil and chaos. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it is. A lot of times it's very peaceful, which is why your exes are conforming because you don't have a bad description of them. It's just like, we just didn't vibe. You know what I'm saying? And it just wasn't my person. So we just parted ways, So because of that, if you find that they're coming through, one, you can decide whatever you want. So you can sit there and say, oh, that must mean that my SP is coming. Okay. But two, you do want to look at that as feedback and say, okay, if my exes are conforming and coming through, but not the one that I want, how would I describe them? How would I naturally describe them? Not how I want to see them, but how would I describe them? Now, how would I describe my SP now? Not the version of my SP that I want, but how would I naturally describe him? Also, what is it that I know about my exes? Do I know that they still care about me? Do I know that that if I wanted to be back together with them, they would take me back? All of these things are important for you to know because also then compare that to what you know about SP. Not what you want to know, but what do you actually know? And then compare the two and you will notice differences. And so now you just take the SD cards out of the X's that are conforming, take all those SD cards out and pop them right in to the SP that's not. And now you'll see SP starting to conform. Also, when you're having inner conversations or you're affirming, then you would say your actual SP's name. Okay. Therefore, your subconscious mind's very clear on which person you're referring to. Yeah. It's very common. It's very common when people see that. David, that happened to me. She told me she was drunk when she told me that she loved me. Yeah. And that's very true. And that's very true. People act certain types of way, right? There's like, what have we decided? There's 3 kinds of drunks. There's the happy drunks. Those are my favorite, right? Then there's the emotional drunks. Those are not my favorite. Because then you end up being like a fucking therapist all night because they're drunk and they're all up in their feelings and they're crying and they're hot messes. I got a friend like that. Then the third, angry drunks. Also not my favorite. Wanting to fight everything, dramatic about everything. Everything's confrontation when they're drunk. I prefer the happy ones myself. But that's because I'm trying to drink with you. I'm not trying to freaking counsel your fucking ass all night long, you know. I am not a DD. I am the worst DD you could ever have. Because I'm going to shove your ass in a fucking Uber. I'm going to put your address in the Uber. I'm going to shove your ass in the Uber and let Uber take your ass home. That's my idea of being your DD. I'll make sure you get in the Uber. Don't even trip. Oh, Tamara. Some of you guys have to understand. If some of you guys text me, I can see the first line of your text. So sometimes I won't respond because, and it's not because I'm ignoring you, my loves, but it's because I'm doing my work and I need you to get a grip. My job is not to ever create, and I don't like people that do that. They create like this super massive codependent relationship with people. It's not my fucking vibe. Okay, so I told you I'm the wrong person. If you think that if you want me to yell, I will yell at you in the text all fucking day. But if you think I'm going to coddle your ass in the text, I'm not the fucking one. Never. Never. Oh, you're spiraling? Oh my God, tell me about it. I'm so sorry. Never. Never. It's I'm going to yell at you. Plus, I know you're better than that. Okay? And this is something that if we're talking 50 years from now, it's because we're fucking besties. You know what I'm saying? It's not because we're talking about your SP. Unless you're married. So let's take Tamara as an example. She got massive movement. SP texted and he's shown up last night after no contact for 2 weeks. Yes. And is she some master ass bitch that doesn't have negative thoughts? No, she's not. She's like normal. It's like everybody else, me included. Everybody's the same. She's normal. She's normal, which is why I tell you guys that you guys get so like in your fucking own headspace that you get in your own way that you're screwing up your manifestation based on what you're telling yourself. That's all it is. Versus you have a negative thought. Okay, fucking why dwell on it? Just fucking pick yourself up, move on. Who gives a shit? But why are you going to sit there and let your thoughts align with that and be like, oh my God, I'm having negative thought. Oh my God, I'm fucking it up. Like he's not coming now. Oh my God, I set it back. For what? I don't do that shit. Sorry, my texts are going off with my... Oh, Jesus Christ. So apparently there's a class action law. Wow, they're really quick on that shit. The chemical leak that happened 2 days ago. Yeah, there's already class action lawsuit being filed. And apparently my brother's like, wish me luck. I jumped on it. I was like, I want 10% of what you get. Why? Because there's no luck needed. I'll manifest the outcome of that shit. Give me 10%. Let me get it in writing. And then I'm on the case. What you want out of it, bro? But snaps for Tamara. Snaps for Tamara. And snaps for Annie, too. Snaps for Annie. And Anne. Snaps for Anne. Because she was in my DM. That's right. Showed up last night. Do you guys understand? You guys be worried about all this stupid shit. Like being blocked. And this, that, and the fucking third. Who cares? Who cares about any of that stuff? Because they can show up in one lickety split second. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Keep focused. Okay. How to manifest a few people at the same time. Oh, right, Liz. So you want options. Got it. So all you have to do is get clear on the kind of person that you want to date. That's all you have to do is get clear on the person that you want to date. What kind of person is your perfect person? Get clear on that version of your SP and that version only. You don't have to worry about anything else. Okay. So if you're going to affirm or you're going to have inner conversations, leave it blanketed. So it would be like he or she, whatever your pleasure. Right. He is so obsessed with me. Like whoever I want wants me even fucking more. Like, and it's like toot your own horn type thing where you have to see yourself as desired. So get clear on the type of person that you want. You could choose the hair color, eye color, whatever the fuck you want, what qualities they possess and so forth. And then when you're thinking about it, be like, yeah, whoever I want wants me even more. Like everybody wants me. Everybody wants me. I'm the best thing since sliced bread, right? You need to see yourself as being that person that everybody desires, everybody wants. I'm perfect, and everyone knows that shit. And keep yourself on that pedestal. Now, if you want to affirm, then leave it blanketed and say he. Therefore, it leaves it open. And then when it comes down to it and they start conforming, well, now it's whoever. I have a couple clients that are like that. They go, what do I do? How do I choose? Because they've got two conforming. I said, first one to conform fully. First one, let them compete, duke it out. First one to conform fully wins. They're like, that's a good idea. Why not have options if you want options? I don't judge. I don't fucking judge. Do you have to have a strong self-concept? How do I do this? No. Okay, so Jillian, no, my love. You do not. Okay, well, that's double sorted. Okay, do you need to have a high self-concept to manifest in general other things? No, you don't. Not at all. But when it comes to SPs, you do need to see yourself as somebody people want, right? You don't need to have a perfect self-concept because what's perfect self-concept? But you do need to see yourself as someone that people desire. I don't know where this comes from, where everyone thinks they just need that they have a shitty self-concept and that they have to work on self-concept. No, here's all you need to do. What you need to do is self-reflect. Just go ahead. Self-reflect. Go down your past rabbit hole. Go down the past. And look at yourself. Has nobody ever, forget if you have ever dated them, has no one ever wanted you before? Has no one ever found you attractive? Has no one ever tried to pursue you? So what the fuck is your problem? You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have wanted them. But if you want to work on your self-concept, here's what you do. Okay, let me help you guys if you have a self-concept problem. Go ahead, take some pictures of you. Make sure you look hot. Take some pictures of you, right? Take any pictures of you that you want. Go ahead and open up a dating app. Start with Tinder, Plenty of Fish, whatever. Bumble, any of them. Go ahead and set up a dating profile. You don't have to be interested at all. You let me know how many people respond. How many people swipe up? What is it, swipe left? How many people are interested in you? Self-concept job done. Seriously. Because you're literally like, you'll open up your dating app and be like, oh shit, I got a gang of inquiries. Yeah, I'm a bad bitch. Self-concept job done. I'm being dead ass serious too. I would do that like when I was single. I wouldn't do that I've always had a good self-concept. A great one actually. But I would do that and I would intentionally swipe. I don't fucking know. Is it left, right, upward? I don't know. I would swipe. I think it's swipe right. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I would find like the hottest guys. Like I would just keep swiping until I found the fucking hottest guys. And then I would swipe to match. And 95% of them, we matched. Meaning they already saw my profile and swiped to match. So I was always like, yeah, that's fucking right. That's right. I would never talk to him. Like literally, dating websites are, I realize they're dating websites, totally my assumption based on my history, is people just don't know how to have a conversation anymore. They don't. It's always like, hey, how are you? Hope you have a good day. Hey, how are you? Hope you have a good day. I was like, is this where it's going? But anyway, that's what I would do. I would go find the hottest guys on the fucking dating app, and I would swipe, and they'd be like, you've been matched, meaning that they liked me too. And I was like, that's fucking damn right. Yeah, that's right. Why wouldn't they? And then on top of that, I would put pictures up that were, because my boyfriend always jokes and says, I think to a degree I look pretty hot in my pictures, but he'd always be like, you're way hotter in person, right? And he's not, guys are not selfie people at all. They just like take the picture. And so he's always like, he goes, and I'm like, I'm way better looking in person too. I said, well, that's a fact. But, he'd always tell me that. And so I would always put pictures up there where I don't look ugly, obviously. I mean, it's the internet, for Christ's sakes. But it would be pictures that were not like pristine pictures. Because I was like, if you like me in those pictures, well, then you're going to love me in person. Instead of the other way around, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, damn, I never want to look hotter in my pictures than I do in person. But I would do that. No shame in my game. I would do that. And then when we would match, I'd be like, damn fucking right. Why? Because I'm that bitch. Okay. Every time I manifest, it seems my SP is backsliding. Today is the day I have to contact her to get my things. Okay. So, Deriz, I want you to keep it very casual, natural. Okay. It's not backsliding. Okay. You have to understand that when you manifestation always unfolds perfectly. So it may, in the moment, look like it's not going in your favor. But you have to persist no matter what, because it may appear to get worse. You're not going to guess the how. So it may appear to get worse only for it to get better. Because you're not in control of the how. So even though it looks like it's getting worse, it may not be getting worse at all. It's literally just unfolding in your favor. And that's how you have to look at it. Okay. And you're probably, because this is so fresh, right? Is you're probably backsliding and teetering between perfect SP, not so like perfect SP, current SP, perfect SP, current SP. But you can't do that. Even when you have current SP that's looking unfavorable to you. No, she's perfect. She's literally perfect. And I'm perfect. And she fucking knows what we have together is absolutely perfect. Okay. You have to persist in that knowing, and it will unfold exactly how it's supposed to, because your thoughts when it comes to your relationship and her are always being passed to her. So what do you want her to think? What do you want her to be thinking all the time when it comes to you? You have to see yourself, and you have to know she's over that shit. Okay. You have to tell yourself she's over it. Like that's not her. This is not us. She's fully complete. She wants nothing more than for us to be together. She literally is over it. If I don't care what happened to lead to the breakup, if you hold that in place, it's going to keep in place. You can't do that. You literally can't do that. Okay. So we're not going to do that. We're going to just hold the version of your SP that you want and know that. And don't tell yourself it's backsliding. It's not. There's a delay. Okay. There's a delay. And it's not a long ass delay. It's like literally one day. Okay. Could only be an hour. Could only be 2 hours. But there's a delay for your benefit. So don't react to anything. Don't come from a place of needy desperation energy. Instead, it's like, I'm fine. This is great. She knows exactly what this shit is between us. And you have to know that. It takes a little bit of training, but you will see her turn around. What up, Lisa with Butterfly? Okay. You will see her turn around. Just keep it that way. Okay. How is he obsessed with me when he didn't reply to my text? Okay. E.T. Okay. So understand this. Let's take stalkers as an example. Stalkers are completely obsessed with people and will never reach out to them. they'll never reach out to them. Okay? So you have to understand that. So he can be obsessed with you even though he didn't reply to your text. Why are you focused on the fact that he didn't reply to your text? God forbid he's busy. God forbid he's busy. You know, like example, I'll text my boyfriend. Do you think I like hyperventilate because he doesn't respond in a couple hours? No, he's fucking busy. Or God forbid his phone's on silent, you know, or anything else to the contrary. So instead of being a victim and being like, he didn't reply to my text, he must not care about me. It's fucking childish and that's stupid. Instead, you persist forward. Like, no, he's just busy and he's going to respond to my text right now. In fact, he's going to respond to my text any minute. That's what you have to maintain. You have to maintain that. Okay, being obsessed with you has nothing to do with whether he replies to your fucking text or not, Johnny on the slickety split. But here's what I will tell you. If you keep focusing on the fact that he didn't reply to your text, you may wait for a while before he replies to your text. Because you're focused on the fact he hasn't replied. Versus, he replies all the time. When I text him, he replies immediately. Like, he loves, my texts are the highlight of his day. You need to start seeing that version. Instead of, what the fuck? I texted him 30 minutes ago. He hasn't responded. What the fuck? And then check again in an hour and a half. I'm like, oh, so he's just ignoring me now. You can't do that. You can't do that because nothing has meaning until you give it a meaning. So what do you want it to mean? Why he hasn't replied to your text? Maybe he's taking a fucking nap. Maybe he's busy with his family, his friends. Maybe he's golfing. Maybe he's in a movie. There's a million different places people can be where they don't respond to your text right away. Who gives a shit? Who cares? Who cares? So many of the things you guys bitch about is like the stupidest stuff in the world. Thanks, Emily B. It's a lot of the stuff you have to understand. It's fucking stupid. You guys complain about the stupidest shit in the world, but then are like, no, if he comes back, no, things are going to be totally different. No, the fuck they're not. No, they're not. If you can't discipline yourself now, I can guarantee you can take this shit to the bank, bitch. Thanks, Bellafina and just Nikki. What up, bitch? You could take this to the bank. If you don't learn to discipline yourself now, you're lying to yourself. You are 1000% lying to yourself if you think that your relationship the second time around is going to be any different than it was the first time around. That's not going to be the case because you are still reacting to stupid shit. And you know, I don't know why it's hard to not be a confrontational person. Why the fuck is that hard? Why is that hard? Do you care to know why me and my boyfriend never argue? Because we don't give a fuck enough to argue. For what? For what? We both love peace. We both love peace. We're going to sit there and fucking argue all day long. About what? About what? Because what are you arguing about? The dumbest shit. If you were to take a look at what you actually argue with your SP about, as a mature adult, if you were to look from an outside perspective at what you argue about with you, what you choose to argue and bitch about when it comes to your SP, this shit is dumb. It's fucking stupid. All your arguments are over stupid shit, like dumb crap. Everything you react to is really, in hindsight, fucking stupid. Because if you were to call your bestie right now and be like, bitch, let me tell you, this motherfucker, I sent him a text. Thanks, Sage Insight. Literally, if you were to call your bestie and be like, girl, I literally text this guy fucking 2 hours ago and he hasn't replied yet. Like, what the fuck? They'd be like, seriously? Who cares? Yeah. Girl, I checked out. I was looking at his social media. Like, I was literally I was stalking his social media profile and I saw some bitch liked his story. And that's exactly the response you would get if you were to tell your friends or your family what you were actually arguing about, not your side of the fucking story. But if you were to actually tell them what pisses you off when it comes to your SP, most people would be like, seriously? That's fucking stupid. 'Cause it is. 'Cause it is. I'm not a confrontational person. I'm not about to sit here and fucking argue with your ass. For what? For what? I don't need to argue about shit. If I don't like it, yeah. That's what he's going to do. Oh, you know what? He's doing this actually right now. Like he's going to call. He's absolutely going to call me tonight. He always calls me. He calls me every fucking night. And he will. Every time. Save your breath. All this breath I'm saving. Oh, but Taylor, don't worry. I can't wait. Taylor sends me videos. I was going to open it, but I had 2 minutes before my next coaching call and I saw the video. I was like, oh, it's still open on my phone because I was like, wait, bitch, because as soon as I'm done with this live, I'm going to watch your video about your $100 water bottle that you bought. I was like, is that shit made of gold, bitch? But she's the same way. She's like, never mind, we're right back on track. 24 hours later, yeah, stop reacting. Stop worrying. For what? What do you need to worry about? Stop it. Morgan, what if I want him to initiate and want to be with me all the time? So then see him as the person that wants to spend all his time with you. If you want him to initiate, then assume he's going to contact you now. See, that's a lot of you guys' problem. You want them to initiate, but all you do is think the opposite. Well, how can they initiate if you're waiting for them to initiate? I don't mean that you pick up the phone and fucking text them. That's not what I'm implying. But you wanting them to initiate is different than expecting them to initiate, than expecting them to contact you. There's a big difference in both. It's saying, yes, no, he will initiate. And here's what I'm going to say in my inner conversations and my affirmations so that he initiates, so that he plays his part. But you can't sit there and wait. If any of you are waiting for shit, stop waiting. Stop waiting. Because they won't do until you expect them to do it, until you tell yourself that he's going to do this. You want him to be with you all the time? Well, cool. He's constantly spending time with me. Like literally, he's constantly spending time with me. Like he sees me every fucking day. He's always making time for us. Tell yourself that and he will. He will. This is where people get the whole free will shit screwed up. Screwed up. Okay. And Morgan, I would absolutely not advise you go straight to the end. Because here's the thing. You said you want him to initiate and you want him to be with you all the time. So that tells me that that's not happening right now. Okay. So based on where you're at in your relationship with your SP, if it's unrealistic advice to tell anyone to go to the end. I have many clients who have been living in the end, supposedly, for 2 years and have seen nothing. That's because you're in no contact with your SP, or you're in contact, but it's not consistent contact, and you're supposed to step into the assumption of relationship. People have a hard time stepping into a relationship when they're in a situationship with their SP. So if you're not even in a situationship with your SP and they struggle in stepping into the assumption of relationship, it's very unrealistic for you to shoot all the way to the end of relationship. Because people want movement. They want to see birds before land. They want to see progress. You're not going to see any of that shit until you seriously are living in the end and completely delusional about being in a relationship. But this is where they say be delusional comes into play. Because in order for you to live in the end of relationship, that requires a level of delusion when your 3D shows the complete opposite. That's where delusional comes into play. But if you can't even be delusional about them spending time with you, how the fuck are you going to believe you're in a relationship? See what I'm saying? That's why I don't like that advice. That's why people struggle. Because that's all law of assumption coaches teach them. Live in the end. Just decide. Okay, cool, sick. Well, you know what? Take your own advice. Take your own advice. And I want you to go live in the end of being a millionaire. And I want you to just decide you're a millionaire and go ahead and you let me know when you become one. Since it's that easy. Since it's that easy. Go ahead. Do it now. And then shoot the screenshot showing me you're a millionaire. Go ahead. I'll wait. Since it's that easy, because that's the advice you're giving people. See? A lot of people want to give the advice because that's what they say in law of assumption, but they can't do it themselves. Because living in the end and just deciding goes in anything that you want to manifest. So then they should have the perfect life since it's so easy to live in the end and just decide. But most people, that's not reality. So definitely don't do that. Definitely don't, please. Because I really don't want to see you here a year from now where you're still living in the end. And you're like, he still likes spending time with me. Yeah, well, that's because you're living the end of a relationship. Bro, this goes to exactly what I'm talking about. This goes to exactly what I'm talking about. Is if you have a better shot at getting married in August if you would manifest back in steps. Because you're in no contact, right? This is where that fucking shit live in the end is bullshit. Okay? So, because those same people that are telling you that would be married right now. But they're not. Okay, come on. Okay, so you'd have a lot more success in getting married in August if you would start living in the end of contact. Living in the end of contact. Because this is what speeds up, okay? Your manifestation speeds up very fast if you can live in the end of first fucking step. Contact. So then when you get contact, it's a lot easier for you to it's a lot easier for you to step into the assumption of spending time together. Because you're talking all the time, right? So the natural evolution of a relationship is now spending time together. So now you're spending time together. It's a lot easier for you to live in the assumption of relationship. And now you're in a relationship, right? This is the natural escalation of a relationship. So then now you're in a relationship. It's a whole lot easier for you to step into the assumption of marriage than it is the opposite. See what I'm saying? I want you to get married, at least be on your way to getting married in August. But it takes a lot of delusion for you to live in the end of marriage when you're in no contact. See what I'm saying? That's the stupidest advice I've ever heard in my life. But it's easier to give advice than it is to take advice. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. Just saying. This is why my people get movement quicker, much faster. Because they're not living, because I don't teach you to be fucking completely delusional. It's not realistic. Because you look at it this way. If it was so easy for you to be delusional about what you want, then it would be just as easy for you to be delusional about your 3D, wouldn't it? But you can't even be delusional about your 3D reality. How the fuck are you supposed to be delusional about your relationship? That's the only thing you should be delusional about is what's in your 3D, but you can't even do that. See what I mean? That's that advice around here. What do you mean, Shamar? You feel unfortunate and salt with girls. Why? If I want to manifest marriages with my SP, I keep saying he wants to marry me. Yes, elevated. He wants to marry me. He wants to marry me right now. Okay. Like there's a difference. He wants to marry you. He could decide until you decide he wants to marry you. I mean, that could be 10 years from now. He wants to marry me right now. Okay. But again, it depends on where the fuck you're at in your relationship. It depends where you're at in your relationship. If you want to take that advice, you go right ahead and take that advice. Okay. You go right ahead and take that advice. But don't come in here being like it didn't work. Of course it didn't fucking work. Okay, Debrez, so we can focus on getting rid of gutter trash. Is that she's absolutely committed to you. Okay, Shamar, how am I ugly? And what must I do to attract the girls because I am being rejected by them? Because you are viewing yourself as less than. You're viewing yourself as less than, right? As seeing yourself as less than perfect, as less than desirable. You know, you're putting women on a pedestal instead of putting yourself on the pedestal and being like, no, I have options. Every woman I want wants me. Every woman finds me attractive. They think I'm the hottest man in the fucking world. Right? There's a confidence level that you need to have. Okay? There's a confidence level that you need to have in seeing yourself as all women are attracted to me. It doesn't even matter. Every woman thinks I'm attractive. They're constantly complimenting me. Let this be an inner conversation of yours. Is they're constantly complimenting me. Like they think I am the hottest man in the fucking world. Like literally. Okay? See yourself as that, and women will see you as that. But you have to see yourself as that person first, and women will see you as that person too. Okay? Oakskilly. All right. Now let's see what we get. I got to go backwards now. I got to go back down. Bevy, drive safe, bitch. Drive safe. Okay. Look, I'm only here to give you advice that I know works. Okay? Manifesting an SP and manifesting an SP back are not the fucking same. So I teach you what works. That's it. That's all. I don't give unrealistic advice. It's easy to say certain things, but but that's what makes me different. As someone who has been in your shoes. Okay? I didn't just wake up, watch a bunch of fucking YouTube videos and be like, I could teach this shit. I manifested money. So what's the difference between an SP and money? Because those are the two trending topics on social media. Okay. So then people are like, oh, I saw SP. I did this when it came to this. So I can do it when it comes. No, it's not the fucking same. It's not the same. I've been where you're at. Okay. And yes, should you persist in the new story? Yeah, but you need to know what that new story is. And most of you struggle with that. Okay. So that's why we help you in creating the new story. What is it that you fucking want? Okay. But it's unrealistic. And I will never, ever come on here ever and tell you you're a no contact. Yes. Live in the end of marriage. Persist in the new story of you being married to your SP. Okay. Okay. Sick. So you tell me the success rate you have teaching that advice. Because if it was that easy, then SPs wouldn't be a trending topic on social media, would they? No, they wouldn't. Why? Because everyone would be back with their SP. Just like if all you had to do was affirm for your SP, well, then everybody would have their SP. Everybody would be rich. We'd have no struggle in this entire life if all you had to do was affirm. Live in the end. Just decide. Well, you go ahead, you try that out. And you let me know how that works out for you. Can you write your affirmations, read them in silence until you memorize? Yeah, just wowie. You can totally write. You don't even have to memorize your affirmations. I mean, you will. You totally will. But yeah, write them down. It's called robotic affirming for a reason. It's robotic affirming. It's the same shit you're saying over and over and over again, right? So those are not the same as inner conversations. So yes, you could write your affirmations down and read them to yourself. You can read them in silence. You can read them out loud, whatever works for you. It doesn't matter. If you're spiraling in your thoughts, then that's when you read them out loud. Because when you read them out loud, then it silences your mind. Okay? Okay. Now, Martha, girl, I did see your message. I think you posted in success stories. But I haven't gotten to my WhatsApp messages yet today, and I will get to them. Yeah, but of course he messaged you Friday night. Why wouldn't he? After 2 months. Right. See, this is what we do around here. Because we teach realistic advice around here. We don't teach advice that doesn't work for the masses. And that's the difference of working for the masses. Okay? All right. What up, Sergeant Taylorin? All righty. So, okay, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. If somebody wants to run the show on my live, they can go start their own live right now. Literally. Okay? Literally. That's just how I look at things. Okay. Unless they're my members. Okay. Because we support each other. Okay. But what they're not going to do is give you advice that goes against the advice I give. And then you guys eat that shit up because that's your guys' problem. That's your problem. That's literally your problem. We'll take Martha as an example. She put in the success stories yesterday, contact from her SP after 2 months. And you know what you guys did? You guys did what your biggest problem is. Can I send you a D? Oh, and I'm going to make a voice note about that shit too. Okay. Do not blow our members' DMs up. Don't do that. That's fucking annoying. Okay. But she'll post like she got contact after 2 months. And what do you guys do? What were your affirmations that you were using? How did you do it? What did you do? Like what did you think Martha was going to say? I did a voodoo witch magic spell. Is that what you thought she was going to say? What exactly do you think she did? What I tell you all to do? But you guys are jumping on. I'm doing something wrong. Oh, this person got no contact after 2 months. She must have done something. She must know the secret sauce. She must have done something totally different, totally off the fucking rockers. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. But this is what you guys do. This is what you guys do. If somebody comes on and says, do this, you're like, how do you do that? Bitch, I tell you all the fucking time how to do that. Just persist in the new story and ignore the 3D. Cool, sick. You guys can't even fucking get off the 3D. Like, come on. Come on. There's no magic fucking sauce around here. But we teach what works, and then you guys can't help yourself. But because you guys are constantly changing your affirmations. Do you want to know how many times I changed my affirmations when I was manifesting my SP back? Go ahead, take a guess. None. I persisted with my affirmations. I did not change them. Why do I need to change them? Because here's the thing. When you're doing affirmations and inner conversations are different, okay? You can have as many inner conversations as you want. Doesn't matter, okay? That's why it pushes out. However, when it comes to affirming, robotic affirmation, it's called robotic affirming for a reason. You need to create the repetition consciously to get it into your subconscious. Well, how are you creating the repetition if every 5 fucking seconds you're changing your affirmations? You tell me how that's repeating. Would you know how to tie your shoes today if you learned how to do it 55,000 different ways? If every day you tried to tie your shoes somehow different? No. You know how to do it because you do it. My daughter, I realize, it's not so easy when you know how to do something to teach someone how to do that shit. It's literally not that easy. And so she was like, how do I tie my shirt? How do I tie my shoes? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like, I just do it, right? So I was like, YouTube, bitch, YouTube. And so now she does it with like the bunny ear and the thing around. And I'm like, I could never do that shit. But that's how she ties her shoe. Thank God for YouTube, because I'm like, I have no fucking idea how you do none of that shit. I just do it. Like, that's it. Oh, man. So that's what, Sabby, do I agree with Sammy Ingram's manifesting? Okay, that's a double-binded question. And I'll tell you, because I'm completely transparent on here. Do I like her style and do I think her content is good? Yes. Do I agree with Sammy Ingram? Actually, ironically enough, she follows me on TikTok. But do I agree with Sammy? Do I agree with Sammy Ingram? No. Okay. Because I probably manifested her coming out, to be quite frank. Not her coming out, but things about her being exposed. And the reason for that is because I started looking she has great content, don't get me wrong. But I started looking at her story. Okay. And she talks a lot about SPs, but she never manifested her SP back. Okay. There's that part. On top of that, she's very open in the fact that she was manifesting making $500 a day. And she had no idea how that was going to come because she had never made that much money in her entire life. She thought it was going to, and she tells you this, she thought it was going to come from her YouTube videos. I said, wait, hold on a second. So let me get this straight. So you're teaching manifestation. You're teaching manifestation, but you've never seen $500 a day in your entire life. You were completely broke. When you were teaching people how to manifest, you were completely broke. And you thought they were going to come from your YouTube videos, which she bought, by the way, in case you don't know. She bought her views and commenters and subscribers, okay? So you thought they were going to come from your viewers, which means you were making nothing before you were teaching manifestation. Check, got that. Then, on top of that, your $500 a day came from you starting to coach people. Oh, so now you're coaching people on manifestation, but you haven't manifested shit. So then she was outed by her own friends, where she, in a private discussion because she has multiple TikTok accounts, just so you know, there were screenshots, I have the screenshots, where she was talking to a friend about the fact that you guys are so desperate to get your SPs back that she was happy to take your guys' money because you were so fucking desperate to pay her for it. She literally said that. And her friend said, does your stuff even work? And she gave this emoji. What the fuck? And so she prided herself. She actually asked her friends, can you go and leave bogus fake success stories about SPs and money because she's going to be raising her prices. So she is very proud to take, she does not care about her people at all, which check, don't like her. She does not care about her people at all. This is not my words. This is hers. And that she's happy to take your money because you're desperate for your SPs. And she doesn't even know if what she's teaching works. So take it for what it is. But her content's good. Don't get me wrong. I won't take that from her. Her content is good. And I like her style. But now, if you've noticed her old content, let me reframe. Her old content is good. Now, I don't even think she knows who she is anymore, to be quite frank. Because all of a sudden, now she made a video about spells. And she couldn't even remember how to do the spell. Watch her video. She couldn't even remember how to do the spell. She's literally trying to remember how to do the freezer spell, but she's making a video going to teach you how to do it. And she can't even remember if she wrote it in white paper or like, so she's talking about spells and all that shit now. And I always feel like stay in a lane and stick in it. So do I agree with her stuff? I don't care for her as a person. I don't care. I won't respect anybody who's happy to take people's money because you're desperate to pay her, but doesn't believe in what she's teaching, nor does she have any of her own social proofing to prove that she even knows what she's fucking talking about. But she's making the money she's making because she preyed on people's vulnerability and desperation, and she tapped into what's trending on YouTube. Again, not my words, they're hers. So I don't respect people like that. And I never will. I will never respect people like that. So, but her content's good. If you want to watch her content's good. That's about it. It's about all. Her character's not. That's it. That's all she wrote. And I said, damn, when I was reading all the conversation, I said, damn, I thought she was smarter than that. Because you should keep receipts, never give them. Fuck. Can I give you a small example on how to get rid of a bad woman away from me and my family? Yeah, so if you see her as a bad person, here's the thing though. Seeing people as a bad person, expert tarot reader, it depends on how you see them as a bad person. So you cannot see them as manipulative, controlling, or any of that stuff. Because if you see them as manipulative or controlling, that's a problem. Because even though they're a bad person, and it can be clear as day too, it doesn't matter, they're still going to be manipulative and controlling. That's just how it works. Okay, so if you want them to be if you want to get rid of a bad person, then that bad woman is no different than gutter trash. Okay, she's no different. Then you have to treat her like gutter trash. So it's like, no, she's a fucking awful person. Everybody knows that. No one likes her, and she's completely gone away. She's literally gone away. No one likes her. She's gone away. Okay, keep it nice, short, and sweet. Because if you do that, then you're gold, baby. Then you're gold, baby. Okay, but any bad person in your life is nothing but gutter trash. Nothing but gutter trash. Okay, thanks, crying. She said, I'm the best coach on here. It was flattering to me when somebody said that they found me because I was being mentioned in other people's videos. I was like, well, that's only because I'm only here to keep it real with you. I'm only here to 100% keep it real with you. And I will let you know, and I will expose anybody on the internet that does the opposite. Why? Because I've been there. I know what it's like to feed into bullshit. I was you. Understand? Okay. So I will, but I will also only teach what I know works. There's that part. Okay. Okay. Golden baby, what are you talking about here? Why is everybody coming for you? I'm just kidding. Why I feel the ones I say aren't good enough. There's no right or wrong affirmation. Okay. There's no right or wrong affirmation. So Golden, if you're in our community, if you're in our WhatsApp community, drop your affirmations in the affirmation help. Okay. Let me take a look at them. And I'll help you reword them. All they have to do is speak present tense and towards what you want. That also is leading to movement. Okay. A lot of affirmations you guys have don't require movement in the 3D at all, but then you guys panic and you're like, nothing's happening. But your affirmations are like, he's so obsessed with me. I'm all he ever thinks about. Like he thinks about me all day long. Like he's constantly looking at my stories. He like, you know what I'm saying? Like stupid shit. Like you guys will have like stupid shit. I'm all he ever wants. Okay. All you're doing, if you read your affirmations, if there's no movement in there, then all you're doing is creating a bona fide stalker. We don't want that. So, but most people don't tell you that. You need to have movement in your affirmations. Do you understand? Do you understand? It is Sunday. And why the fuck is it Sunday? And I have a text message I need to read, but I won't read it now. I'll contain myself. I will contain myself. Okay. I'm finally starting to calm down. I need to stay with repetition. Yes, Eva, you do need to stay with repetition. If you're consciously, because I have came to realize that we are not consciously creating shit. You can't. You cannot consciously create anything. And let me tell you why. Because if you're going to consciously create, do you know what that is? It's called force in the 3D, right? That's conscious creation. Okay. That's what people try to do. Force a 3D, create what they want consciously. You can't do that. People that call that, at first I thought I used to say that because that's what they say. And I was like, no, what the fuck is conscious creation? No, it's called conscious awareness. That's all you're doing is becoming consciously aware of what you're creating. That's all this is. So when you're affirming, that's not conscious creation. That's consciously repeating something so it gets into the subconscious mind, which is what pushes it out. The conscious mind is not pushing shit out. Thanks, Shenzi girlfriend. The subconscious mind is. So you are but what you're doing here is becoming consciously aware of what you're creating so that you can consciously change it. But the only way you can change it consciously is through repetition to get into your subconscious mind. But because my background is the study of the mind, I'm very impatient. So I'm like, well, okay, there's a level of repetition involved. And I'm not saying it's going to take a long time. It's not to get the repetition into your subconscious mind, but that requires discipline. Okay. But what if you could bypass the conscious awareness part, right? The conscious repetition and get it directly into the subconscious mind, which is what's pushing out. That's where I said you do it through not robotic affirming. Do you do that? Yes. But robotic affirming is only to distract your thoughts. That's all it is. That's literally all it is. It's designed to distract your thoughts so that your thoughts don't go fucking left. That's all it is. So what if you could have inner conversations that were natural to you? Because that's what's pushing out all the fucking time. That's why all the negative shit. You're not robotically affirming for negative shit. And that's where you have to think logically speaking. Logically speaking, if it was all about affirming, everyone would only get what they want. No one would we would have no negative manifestation if it was all about affirming, right? Because no one's walking around like, I'm so broke, I'm so broke, I'm so broke, I'm so broke, I'm so broke. SP's ignoring me, SP's ignoring me, SP's ignoring me, SP's ignoring me, SP's ignoring me. You're not doing that, are you? No. He's going to break up with me. 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 No. Did you do that? No. But did it manifest? Yes. So then it's not about affirming, because then that would mean only positive shit would manifest, right? But that's not the case. So why does the negative shit manifest? Because you're not walking around robotically affirming that he's going to break up with you. But what you are doing is in your mind saying, I don't think we're good. Like, he's not the same person that he was when we first met. Like, things just aren't the same. He's completely changing. Like, I don't understand where this relationship is headed. I don't even think he wants to be in this relationship anymore. Like, I think he might break up with me, girl. Like, I think our relationship is ending. That's what you did do. And you may have only done it once. But do you know what that's called? An inner conversation. And that's why it pushes out. Because it's something you naturally said. And you didn't think about it again. Until the next time you had an argument, then you're like, yeah, I really don't think it. Like, or the next time he acts like an asshole, you're like, yeah, I really don't think this is going anywhere. I really think that, like, I'm not really sure if he even wants to be with me anymore. Like, you know, think about when you talk to your bestie on the phone. That's an inner conversation. And then all of a sudden you're like, holy shit. Yes, tomorrow, the next day it pushes out. Well, if you can do that to the negative stuff, why can't you do that to the positive? See what I'm saying? So that's where you reverse engineer and say, did I robotically affirm for my breakup? No. Did I robotically affirm to be broke? Nope, didn't do that either. What did I do though? Bitch, complain in my mind, focus on my current situation, have a conversation within myself, like a pep talk, a negative pep talk to my bestie about it only once, right? Things like that. That's what I did do. And then it manifested. So that's where I say, if you want your shit to change quickly, you better focus on inner conversations and getting those under control. Which is why if you're only focused on affirming, this is why some of you are not seeing movement very fast or at all. Because you're affirming, consciously affirming, but subconsciously, you're having inner conversations that go completely against what you're affirming for. Because your inner conversations, you want to know what your inner conversations are about right now? Your 3D. Your 3D. So it goes completely opposite what you're affirming for, which is why you're not seeing movement. Because remember, you have to get the repetition in before it gets here. But when you say something verbally or in your mind that's about your 3D, about what's currently there, that's natural to you. You're not harping on it. Therefore, it keeps it right in place. Because your affirmations and your inner conversations have to be in alignment. Because when they're in alignment, then they're working together. And it pushes out exactly what you want over and over and over and over and over again. But if you're affirming and your inner conversations are going this way, well, where do you fucking think you're going? Not a goddamn place. Not a goddamn place. Because every time you affirm, or every time you have negative inner conversations that go against what you're affirming for, you keep that shit right in fucking place. Because it's something you're naturally fucking saying to yourself. That is why you're not getting any movement. That is why you're not seeing things, because you're constantly having inner conversation after inner conversation after inner fucking conversation about your 3D. About what they're not doing, about being blocked, about how they're just being an asshole and they're not talking to me and this, that, and the fucking third. That's all you're doing while you're affirming. While they're just being an asshole and they're not talking to me and this, that, and the fucking third. That's all you're doing while you're affirming. You can't do that. You can't do that. So, but if the two were together, then your shit gonna speed right the fuck up. And that's what's gonna push out. That's why I told you guys, I literally have to go back in my mind palace because I didn't manifest my SP back because I was like, this is gonna be a major opportunity for me. No. I was like, I want my man back. So I'm gonna go do that. And so then when I manifested my SP from no contact to living with me in 4 weeks, I was like, oh shit, that was not that hard. When I spent 7 months with law of attraction shit and couldn't even manifest a text message. And so then I was like, okay, now what did I do? So now I had to go back when people started asking me how I did it. Then I had to go back in my mind palace and remember what the fuck I did. Yeah. So that's what you got to do. Do you understand? I will give you some examples of inner conversations, ET, let me tailor them to you though. Well, I'll tailor them to everybody. Perk. We'll call you Perk. It does not have to be internal. No, you are having internal conversations, internal dialogue all day long, all the time, but you're also verbalizing to people too. That's also manifesting. And I'll give you one example of that. When I was sitting at a stoplight, right? You guys know this if you've been with me for a while. You go through the emotions after a breakup, right? So I was sitting at a stoplight. I had a couple drinks on my way home from my bestie's home. And I'm sitting at the stoplight getting ready to turn into my complex. And I was in the anger emotion, resentment emotion. And I said one time out loud, fuck him, I hope he hurts himself. I never thought about it again. I literally never said again, never thought about it again. Which is why I can't stand when people say you don't have to flip your negative thoughts. Yes, you fucking do. Because I never thought about it again. And I didn't see my boyfriend. He's very visible in this complex. Everybody knew who he was because he's worked here for 8 years. And I didn't see him. I didn't see him at all. And so people were asking me, hey, does he still work here? I was like, why the fuck wouldn't he work here? Okay. And Catherine, girlfriend, I was like, why wouldn't he work here? But then a couple days later, I saw him at the mailbox and he's like hobbling to the mailbox. And I look at him, I'm like, what the hell happened to you? And he's like a washer and dryer full of me. 48 hours after I had made that statement. He has never, ever been injured on the job. Ever. And he's installed hundreds of washers and dryers. But one fell on him, tore his ACL, and shattered his collarbone. 2 major surgeries required. All because of what I said one fucking time. Verbally out of my mouth. Okay? That's why a lot of times the negative shit manifests because you don't think about it again. You said it one time out of anger, resentment, hurt, sadness, and then you never thought about it again and boom, manifests. That's why. That's exactly why. So it doesn't necessarily have to be internal. It could be, but you do need to pay attention to what you're verbalizing too, because this is why when you have an argument with your SP, what's the first thing you fucking do? Girl, you're not going to believe what the fuck happened. Then you wonder why when you want to get your SP back and you don't understand why your family and your friends do not support the mission. Because all they ever heard out of your mouth was the negative shit. No one calls their bestie on a Tuesday and is like, bitch, I just want to let you know we're great today. All right. Holla. You don't do that. You only call your bestie a bitch. Then that's all they hear. So they form their own assumption of your SP, which is not a good one. Right? So it doesn't need to only be internal. It could be, but you do need to pay attention to what's coming out your fucking mouth. K8. Okay. The quickest way to impress the subconscious if you've already changed your inner conversations. Okay. So we have to know how the subconscious mind operates. Okay. The subconscious mind operates off of picture, sounds, and feelings. Okay. It's that of a 7-year-old. So it's the imagination side of you. Okay. That's your subconscious mind. And it remembers anything and everything about you. So if you've changed your inner conversations, you want to make sure that you're saying things that we know is what pushes out when it comes to our subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind has a couple jobs. Math is not my strong suit. Judge me not. Okay. Your subconscious mind has a couple jobs. It has no ability to decide and it does not have an opinion. It takes you at your word. Okay. It also pushes out what you know. And also what manifests is the assurity and the certainty, hence tonality. Okay, communication, like I started telling you guys, communication, the words coming out of your mouth, 7% of total communication. 93% of total communication is tonality and physiology, which is why I could sit there and be like, I love you. And you're like, oh, I love you too, right? Or I can sit there and be like, yeah, I love you. Same 3 words, two totally different meanings. Why? Because the tonality is what leads in your subconscious mind, not the words. Okay. So this is where text gets fucked up because all you see is the words. And so you are adding the tonality to their words. And the tonality is what your subconscious mind is hearing. Because you're like, that's fucking rude. When he couldn't very much have not been rude, right? I've done this to my brother before. I'm like, what's with your fucking, well, why do you have an attitude? He's like, what are you talking about? Right? But that's how you perceive what they say. You're adding in the tonality because the tonality is sucked out. So you fill in the tonality, and now that's what your subconscious mind knows. Oh, that was a rude text message. Oh, he's got an attitude versus he doesn't. Okay. So when you're having inner conversations, and it pushes out what you know. Okay. So this is where you trick your subconscious mind. Because if your subconscious mind has one job, and that is to prove you right, and it pushes out what you know and the assurity and the certainty, then you have to create those in your inner conversations. So this is where I tell you guys that the one that I tested 7-day complete turnaround was this. I know, pushes out what you know, takes you at your word. Okay. So then you tell your subconscious mind what the fuck you know, because it takes you at your word. Okay. I know exactly how he feels about me. Certainty, assurity. Plus you said what you know. Okay. I know he absolutely wants to be in a relationship with me. I have no doubt about that. Assurity, certainty, what you know, facts. He's going to tell me exactly what I want to hear. He's literally going to tell me exactly what I want to hear. Assurity, certainty. It's how you word your inner conversations is what's going to impress the subconscious mind the quickest. And then to be consistent in that. All righty. I mean, you guys get like a 55 direction sword. You know what? Because my background is a study of the subconscious mind, so I know exactly how the fuck that works. And most law of assumption people do not. So you're welcome. Because I'm impatient, so how are we going to leverage that shit? Right? How are we going to leverage it? We need to trick it. Because instead of a 7-year-old, you gonna let your 7-year-old child tell you what the fuck to do? No. And how are you gonna talk to a 7-year-old? Right? Think about your subconscious mind being that of a 7-year-old child. That's yours. How the fuck would you be talking to your 7-year-old? Let me tell you what this shit is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a certainty about what you're saying. Like, this is, I'm sorry, I didn't ask if you would clean your room, and that was an option. That was not a fucking option. That's the attitude you need to have with your subconscious mind, because it takes you at your word. And then if you're consistent about it, it's like, well, we keep telling ourselves that. Must be true. Push it out. That's why natural inner conversations come across as very natural to you. You don't have inner conversations that are not true to you. That's also why you focus and control them. No, Deriz, no. So if you're saying, he said, can affirmations of obsession push the SP into arms of someone else to get me out of their head? Only if you tell yourself that. But it would be like, you can't be like, she's an obsessed human being. Well, then, yeah, she could be obsessed with whoever she wants, right? But she's obsessed with me implies exactly that. You, not someone else. And you need to see yourself as someone that no one compares to. Like, no one compares to me. Absolutely not. And you can tell yourself that, right? No one compares to me. I'm the love of her life, and she knows that shit. And that's how you also have to remember, inner conversations goes both directions, okay? I tell you, yeah, TK222, there's always movement, as you know. There's always movement, just not in your 3D at the current second. But you guys should all cut the shit. Cut the movement. Cut it out. This is what happens when you go down this consumer rabbit hole of information, is now you become obsessed with looking for the movement. But I tell you guys, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So your job is not to question anything. Your job is to focus on what you want to believe. And that is it. Nothing has meaning except the meaning I give it. Did I sit there and check for movement? Nope. Everything was movement to me. You got me fucked up. I saw movement daily. Yep, daily. Because nothing had meaning unless I gave it one. I'm telling you, every time my boyfriend would walk out of his home, right, I'd be at the pool in his staircase because I would position my chair in a way where I could see if he left his home, right? But when he would leave his home, he would stare. He would look at the pool and then put his head down and walk down the stairs, right? So you know what I said? I'm like, of course he's checking me out. Why wouldn't he? That man could have been looking at the fucking tree for all I know. Okay? He literally could have just been looking straight ahead before he had to look down when he's going down the stairs. That's not, no, absolutely not. No, look at him checking me out. Why wouldn't he? Of course he's checking me out. He opened up his blinds when I was at the pool. He'd open up his blinds. He could have literally just been getting some sunlight in his room. Absolutely not. Look at, of course he's opened up the blinds because he wants to stare at my ass all fucking day. Every time I'm at the pool, he opens up his blinds. I would tell myself that. I wouldn't robotically affirm it. I keep telling you guys, not everything needs to be an affirmation. Okay? It's an inner conversation. Okay? So he could have literally just been opening up, but no, I started controlling it. Because I would be like, yeah, every time I go to the pool, he always opens up his blinds. I would literally say that one time, every once in a while. And then I go to the pool, 30 minutes later, blinds would be open. Like I said, he literally could have just been looking. He could have literally just woken up and opened up his blinds to let the sun in. No, no, everything was about me. Everything was about me. I didn't give a fuck. That's how you have to look at things. That's how I have to look at things. You go on their social media. Look at him trying to get my attention. He's so cute. I know he took that picture just for me because he wants me to see how hot he is. Yeah, he totally took that picture for me. Whatever the fuck you want it to mean is what it means. Everything is movement. Everything is movement. Or you can continue to tell yourself the opposite, that there's no movement, and you let me know when you see it. See what I'm saying? And then when they come back in contact with you, they validate a lot of the things that were going on behind the scenes that you had no idea about. But you persist forward. And you won't need to look for movement. You'll get it automatically. You'll get the confirmation automatically. You won't need to ask. And then you spend all this time looking for movement when there was movement the entire fucking time. You just couldn't see it. Unless you're a bona fide legit stalker that has nanny cams in his fucking home and you have his entire place bugged and a tracker on his car. I don't think you're that crazy. Okay? So you have to remember that. Everything is fucking movement. Everything is the meaning I want to give it. Yeah, that's I guess that was the only the only delusional thing that I ever was. And I never even looked at it like being delusional. See, because I don't get in my own head like that. I don't get in my own head like that because what benefit does it serve you? It doesn't serve you good benefit. So I never did that. Instead, I just stayed the path. Everything was fucking moving, bitch. Like, you got me fucked up. Like I told you, if I ever saw the two, you know what, Taylor? That shit does not surprise me with you, bitch. But every time, if the two of them were leaving the home, that motherfucker was going to Costco. Yeah. Every fucking time. Going to Costco. Every night. Slept alone. I didn't give anything another fucking option. What? For what? For what? What was the alternative thought? But what's going to make you feel better? Taylor. And that's how you have to look at it. Either way, you're assigning meaning to something. Okay? Everything you're giving everything a meaning. But which one's going to make you feel better? So there should be no alternative. Because it's like, okay, if I give it the meaning that I think it means, because remember, the two words that'll hurt your relationship the most is I think. Those are the two words that will hurt your relationship the most. Because whatever you're going to say after I think is probably going to be some stupid bullshit negative assumption. So instead of being like, I'm blocked, I'd be like, man, that man is a fucking stalker. Like that dude, he's fucking stalking my profile. I know he looks at my shit every day. Yeah, I literally know he looks at my. What's the alternative? If you focus on being blocked, how does that make you feel? Now, if you focus on the fact that that man was stalking your shit every fucking day and he was looking at all your pictures, how does that make you feel? So why is anything an option? Why is anything up for debate? See what I'm saying? There's gutter trash. You can assume that they look so happy when they're in public together. They look so happy together. Or you could be like, no, this motherfucker is miserable. All they do is fucking argue. You tell me which one's going to make you feel better. So how's the decision hard? How is the decision hard? For me, it wasn't hard. Because I wasn't going to sit there and allow myself to go in that direction at all. At all. I never did that shit. Ever. Ever. I told you guys. What would cause you guys to completely trigger and spiral? Maybe it's because I own the petty game. I do. It's pride of mine. It's like a badge of honor. Where I'm like, I'm petty as fuck. And I don't give a shit. Because what would cause you guys, because you guys go digging for the shit. Me? I didn't have to go digging. It was in my face every day. It was my face every day. In fact, there was one scenario where I stuck around. Okay? It was when two worlds collide. Okay, two worlds collided. Me and gutter trash. I was at the pool like I always am. And she came down to the pool with her friend. I was about to pack my stuff, and I was in the middle of packing my stuff up to go home. Do you know what I did? I unpacked my shit and laid my happy ass right back down. In fact, I even went home to go grab some food and barbecue. Did I get triggered? Nope. If I was going to get triggered, I would have gone home. But I literally unpacked. Just stick around for another hour. That's why I don't get triggered. See, that's why I don't get triggered, because I literally put myself in scenarios where y'all would have gone home and just rolled up in a fucking ball and just lost your shit. Me, on the other hand, nope. You know why, though? You honestly know why? Because I know who the fuck I am. Because no one compares to me. I know who I am as a woman. So I don't get triggered by that shit. Because I was like, please. Please. Mm-hmm. So let that inspire you. You're all sitting there like, damn, this bitch is crazy. Yeah, Andy, send me a DM. Yeah. I'm telling you. And guess what happened? And I still got my shit. That's how I have to look at it. Anyway. Caitlin, the link is in my bio, sis. Yeah, it's not, it's like $100. I'm the low price leader in the coaching space because I don't need to loan shark your ass. It's not my vibe. There's plenty of other coaches that do that shit. I give you far less than what I give you. So like I said, guys, let that motivate you. Okay, Golden. Here's the thing. Y'all read too into what if I don't believe my affirmations? Okay, here's the reality. The reality is you're not going to. That's why they're called affirmations. Okay. Because if you're in no contact, how the fuck are you gonna believe that they're always calling and texting you and wanting to spend time with you and wanting to be in a relationship with you? Like, how would you believe that when your reality shows you the opposite? You don't have to believe it. That's why you create the repetition, But that's the thing, is you don't need to overanalyze. Before you started walking as a toddler, I don't think you were like, okay, I'm going to try this whole walking thing, but what if I don't believe that I'll be able to walk? Did you? No. When you were talking, you weren't like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and give this a fucking whirl, but what if I don't believe that I'll be able to talk? No. When you were learning how to write in elementary school, were you sitting there like, what if I don't believe that I'll actually be able to write? No. You just did it. You know what I'm saying? You just did it. You didn't question well, fast forward as an adult, when you were going to get your driver's license, you weren't over here like, okay, I'm taking this driver's ed school and I'm taking my driver's license, but what if I don't believe that I'll actually know how to drive? No. You just did it. You just practiced and practiced and practiced, almost maybe killed your parents. It's fine. You practice. At least that's what I did. Practiced. And then knew how to drive. Same with swimming, same with everything. You didn't sit there before you tried it, before you did it, and we're like, well, hold on a minute, but do I believe that I'll actually be able to do this shit? No, you just did it. You took the instructions, you did. And you sucked up first, and you were fine, and you were fine, and you were fine, and kept going. And you just kept going. When you were learning how to swim, did the concepts change? They were like, oh, this isn't working for you? Okay, let me try a different concept on how to swim. No. Knowing how to swim, the technique is the same. It doesn't change. You know what I'm saying? And it's all those things. My daughter would not be the swimmer she is today if I would have let her quit when she wanted to quit. First day in the pool, she begged for me to take her out. Cry. And I was like, so I went up to her and I said, honey, I said, honey, you are dealing with the greatest swimmer of all time. She's an Olympic gold medalist. Like, you are in the hands of the best swimmer in the world, AKA swim coach, AKA high schooler. And so my daughter, she gave it I'm not that person. I am not that person. You can cry till the wheels fall off, but you better get your head in the fucking water and swim, bitch. I ain't pulling you out because you cried. You wouldn't know how to do shit if I pulled you out because you didn't like it at first. And so she did it. Now that girl is a fast ass swimmer. She's faster than my friend who's a pretty fast swimmer. Like, she's good at swimming because I encouraged her and told her a little white lie. And she believed me. Therefore, she did it. Sorella, what up, sister? Is there a WhatsApp group to help us manifest? Yes, it is super expensive, Sorella, so buckle up. It's $7 a month. It's $7 a month. There's a buttload of people in the community as well. And then there's always advice being given. Okay, we always give you advice and coaching. I am going to start being more active in that group. You guys got to bear with me for the next 5 days. I'm not saying I'm ghosting you for 5 days. That is not what I'm fucking saying. I'm just saying bear with me because you guys know, if you're in my group already, you already know my success story being posted, so it's a little chaotic around here. Okay. I manifest stupid people for you? Huh? That's not good. I know. So because you're impatient, get impatient. Leverage impatience. You all should be leveraging impatience. I'm very impatient. Some of you guys would be like, I've been doing this for 4 years. You got me all the way fucked up. If you think I'm doing this for 4 years. Nope. I don't fucking think so. No. I'm not doing shit for 4 years without getting massive results. Okay. And that's where you guys that's how you have to look at it. Okay. Where you have to look at it like, You have to look at it that way. Okay. So where it's like, you need to leverage impatience in a way that works for you. So all of you should be getting impatient with your SPs. Hold your questions, by the way, because we're going to do the methods in a second, okay? You should all 1000% get impatient with your SPs. So fucking impatient with your SPs that you look at this motherfucker's photo today, you're going to get very impatient with your SPs, okay? When we do the photo method today, you're going to get very impatient. Very, very impatient. Very impatienado. This is what you're going to get. I'm glad you asked, Catherine, because I'm going to tell you how to leverage impatience. Okay, first thing you can do, if you really want to know, the first thing you can do to leverage impatience is get a grip. Okay? Your first thing you need to do, we're going to do it right now in about 5 minutes after we do the energy cord cutting. Okay? But you guys, the first way you leverage impatience is the obvious. You should get so fucking impatient with your SP that you're like, you got me all the way fucked up, bruh. Okay? I'm so impatient with my SP. I am so impatient that I'm going to discipline my mind. I'm going to discipline my mind. I'm going to lock it in. And I am not going to waver as much as possible. Right? As much as possible, I'm not going to waver. And if I do, I'm going to flip my thoughts. Okay? I am going to lock in. I'm not giving anything another option. I don't need to... that shit does not spell work. It's called subconscious mind work, girl. What are you talking about? It's a Hawaiian tradition. It's definitely not spell work. Yeah, we've tried doing spells numerous times. Well, on our own journeys, and it's not the vibe. No, this is cord cutting. Okay, it's energy clearing. It's not a spell. No candle required, bitch. No candle required. You guys are so funny. But you should be leveraging impatience to the fact where that is me. I'm impatient. So because of that, I'm going to get what I want. If that means I need to discipline my fucking mind, then that's exactly what I'm going to do. If that means that nothing has meaning until I give it a meaning and I'm going to only send a positive meaning from this point on. If that means that I want movement, then guess what? I've decided that now I get movement 24/7. 24/7. Yeah, everything is movement to me. Everything has the meaning I want it to mean. Everything is movement. Everything is movement. He posts a picture on his own profile. Look at him trying to get my attention. Movement. I don't give a fuck if he was like, shout out to the homie. Yeah, me. That's what you meant. Shout out to me. Look at you looking all cute for me. Every time I posted on my stories, I told you guys yesterday, I had no idea how you could see if people view your stories. I had no idea. And because I'm like a fossil when it comes to social media. Whenever I think I learned something new, I'm always excited about it. My friend is like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? You didn't know that? So she was like, well, you can see who watches your stories. I'm like, how the hell do you do that? She goes, go on your story. I'm like, well, who the hell would go on their own story? How was I supposed to know that? And she goes, yeah, go on your story and you can see who viewed it. I didn't know that before. But I literally dressed up and I would post things on my stories under the impression that he saw every fucking story ever posted. Every post I made on Instagram, all of that shit. He saw it all. Do you think I had any idea if he saw any of that? Nope. But in my mind, oh yeah, he saw it all. Yeah, he was constantly checking me out. Yeah, he thought about me all day, every day. Yeah, that's right. Everything was him thinking about me. Yeah, oh, look at him checking me out. That's how you get impatient. Is where you leverage every fucking thing. Everything is exactly what I want it to mean. Everything is exactly what I see. Not what I think I see or any of that shit. Nope. That's right. That's right. See? I always do that. And I would always post things under the notion that he saw all of it. He could have not seen a single fucking thing. Because I didn't know how to view that at that time. He could have not seen a single one of them, but not in my mind. He saw it all. That's how you have to look at it. That's how you have to look at it. Because if you guys would look at it that way, and that's what I want you to do. Okay, let's see. Well, tomorrow's Don't Question Shit Monday. Yes, Don't Question Shit Monday is tomorrow. So today, you are going to only pay attention, because we're going to do the methods in a second. Pay real good attention. Today, you are going to literally send me a DM. Okay, so today you are literally only going to assign the meaning you want to for everything. You don't need to check your 3D. And if you do, everything has nothing but the meaning you want to give it. Everything is the meaning that you want to give it. Everything in your reality for the next 24 hours is movement. Everything. Every fucking thing is movement from your SP. Do I need to say it again? Everything is movement from your SP. They post on their stories. They're posting for you, bitch. Movement. All right, Chris, shoot it back to the top and put Chris Stitch. Okay. Understand, everything movement. Everything is movement from your SP today. They could post a picture of their dinner. You're like, look at him inviting me over for dinner. Movement. Movement, movement, movement. All about, what up, welcome, Mo? All about you. You. Everything they post is talking to you. Everything they do is for you. Everything is movement. You see a fucking bird today. Guess what that means? Movement, bitch. Birds before land. Birds before land. Oh, yeah, that's because he's thinking about me right now. Oh, yeah, saw 2 birds. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's contacting me. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you understand? You're not going to question anything. You don't need to check. You don't need to do any of that. We're not going to create false assumptions that don't benefit us. We're going to everything movement. There you go, Don. That's because he was, you saw Blue Jay? Yeah, that's because that man is flying in quick for you. Whatever you want it to mean. Whatever you want it to mean. That's right, Jackie. That's his way of getting your attention. Everything is movement. Because when you see movement all the time, guess what you're going to create more of? Movement. Actual movement. Because that's how this works. So today, everything is fucking movement. And everything is positive, everything is positive movement only. Okay? And everything is positive meaning. It is positive meaning Sunday. I mean, today's when people go to church, right? Yes. Today's when people go to church. Today's a church going day. So everything is positive meaning to everything. Positive, 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 positive. Meaning movement. Everything is movement in my direction. Everything is for the greater good of my manifestation. Okay? All right. By now, I've been rambling, so yeah, it's lovely. You can totally tell yourself whatever you want. He's going to reach out. No, he's contacting you right now. He's contacting you right now. That's what that shit means. Okay, he's going to reach out. Could be like, yeah, he's going to reach out today, maybe next week. Who knows? Maybe a month from now. Maybe he's going to. That's all I know. Like, he's going to come back. When? When? Right now. Right now. Think you have a fucking option? I don't think so, bitch. I don't think so. No, we're doing it right now. Okay? All right. That's right. It happens almost immediately. It happens all the time. But I want you guys, it's all about retraining what you've been working on autopilot for however old you are. You've been doing this shit naturally. Now we're going to flip it and retrain the brain. Therefore, it knows what you want. And then when you get really good at it, we start with SPs. Then when you get really good at it, the world's your fucking playground, bitch. Yeah. You're like, okay, now what the fuck else do I want? Money? I'm going to go get that shit too. Oh, you know what? I think I need a promo. Yeah, I'm going to go get a promotion too. Love you too. Drive with me. You know what? I'm very underpaid for the job that I do. So I'm going to go ahead and get a raise. Why? And I'm not going to do shit for my raise. Who the fuck wants to do more work for more money? You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. No. You're happy to give me a raise to do the same thing I've been doing. In fact, you're giving me a raise to do less work. Whatever I want, I'm going to get. And that will be because you have to realize that and you guys need to give yourself credit, because what you're conquering right now is the biggest manifestation ever. Because it's the one thing you have any resistance to. Everything else, the resistance level you have to that shit isn't nothing. So when you get this, you're literally unstoppable. You can literally get anything you fucking want. Because this one is the biggest obstacle people have a hard time with. Because SPs have one of these. Mouths. Okay? So when you get that, yeah, you are fucking unstoppable, bitch. Yeah, you're like, that's right. I don't like this about you either. So you know what? Change that shit. Oh, mom, what did you say? I don't like that shit either about you. So change that shit too. Yeah. All right. So now we're ready. But in case you're tuning in here for the first time, my name is Jen. I'm your manifestation bestie. I teach you obviously how to leverage the law of assumption and work in your favor and literally everything in your life. So follow, subscribe. Join our family. If you're interested in having me manifest your SP for you, or you want one-on-one coaching with me to figure out where you're going wrong so you can get it right, all links are in my bio or description, wherever you're watching from. We have a WhatsApp community that is being lit. Right now, another success story being posted. The community's lit. Success stories are posted daily. Daily. Okay. Also, you're giving advice in there. We have text coaching. We have all the things to help you out to make it easy. I am the low price leader in the coaching space because because people told me I should charge a lot more than I do, and I wouldn't have to take as many clients. I said, yeah, but that defeats my purpose. My purpose is to help as many people, hence as many people, manifest their SPs back. So that's what I'm here to help you do. And I'm going to be having another masterclass next month. Not sure what it's going to be about yet, but it'll be something good. All right. Alrighty. So let's get a nice little comfy space. Should we cut? We'll do SP today. Okay. Let's get a little comfy space. Get all nice and cozy, settled in. And I want you to just breathe for a moment. Okay. Just close your eyes. Thanks, Lisa with Butterfly Girlfriend. Close your eyes. And I just want you to breathe. Like, just relax. Relax. Feel the muscles in your body just start to relax. You owe it to yourself. Shut off your thoughts. Shut off those negative thoughts and just be present in the moment for just a moment. Now, I want you to imagine that you're in an amphitheater. It's dark outside. It's late. There's no one in this amphitheater except for you. And you're sitting in the middle of this theater, and in front of you, there's a giant stage. And on this stage, there's a single stage light that goes from the ceiling to the stage down to the center of the stage. I want you to shift your focus to that light for just a moment. Just go ahead real quick and stare into the light. And as you stare into this light, you start to realize and get a sense that you're not alone. In fact, you notice that off in the distance, in the back of the stage, out of the light, you notice a dark, shadowy figure. And as you start to adjust your focus to the shadowy figure, you start to realize that that person is your SP. I want you to call your SP, say their name. Go ahead and call them into the light, into the center of the stage. Do that now. Now, as your SP begins to walk into the light, you start to notice their facial features, their physical features, and you also notice a gold cord that runs from the center of your third eye directly into their third eye. Now, I want you to ask your SP these two questions. And I want you to hear them respond. If you can hear their voice, great. If you can't hear their voice, that's okay too. I want you to ask your SP right now, do you support me? Hear them tell you yes. Now ask your SP, do you love me? Also hear them tell you yes. Now I want you to say these 4 phrases to your SP. This time, you're not going to hear them respond, and that's okay. I want you to look at your SP in their eyes. And I want you to say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now I want you to reach up with your hands as if they're a pair of scissors, and I want you to cut the gold cord that runs only from your third eye, keeping the gold cord intact to your SP's third eye. Now, as the gold cord begins to fall to the floor, I want you to reach up with your other hand, and I want you to grab the roots of that gold cord out of your third eye and just toss them aside. And as the gold cord continues to fall to the floor, your SP starts to float away like a balloon. And they get farther and farther. And they get smaller and smaller. And they get farther and farther. And they get smaller and smaller. And they get farther and farther. And smaller and smaller, and farther, and farther, and smaller, until they just disappear. Now take another deep breath in and out, and open your eyes. Now, the reality is your SP will think about you very shortly if they're not already thinking about you now. I did this with my ex, who I was not manifesting back, and I hadn't talked to him in 8 years. And within 72 hours, he called me and was like, hey, I was just thinking about you. Want to see how you're doing? And I was like, ew. Okay. I've had numerous people get into contact with people from their past doing this method, because they will pop into your mind, but this time it's a fresh energy, it's clean energy, it's not stale energy from all the times you guys had disagreements, arguments, and all that bullshit, right? Instead, it's fresh, new, which is what you want. And I'm going to give you guys a test today that I think will blow your mind to know that your SP is no different, okay? All right. So, but you have to wait till after the exercise, bitch. After I come back from my brief bio break. Okay. So now we're going to do the photo method. This time we're going to get very impatient with our SPs. Okay. So you are going to, get the photos of your SP out. Okay. Now, while you're doing that, I want you to go down memory lane for just a second, because the reality is that even though, well, there we go, Diva, that works. So the reality is this, is you can, by the way, I'm testing different affirmations to fall asleep in too, so I'll let you know the outcome. Okay, so the reality is this, is even though your SP has changed, they're not the same person today as they were in the beginning of your relationship, that they were at the end of your relationship, totally different person. You also are not the same as you were in the beginning of your relationship, at the end of your relationship. Oftentimes, our relationships will change our identities. We'll change identities to match our relationships. And also, relationships tend to create insecurities within ourselves that greatly impact your relationships, okay? So we're not going to do that anymore. We need to drop the old shit, dead the old story, the negative stuff only. Okay. So I want you to go back in the beginning of your relationship, back to the very beginning. And I want you to remember who you were. Who were you as a person for your SP? When you first met your SP, or even right before you met your SP, you didn't need your SP. You knew who the fuck you were. You were totally fine being single. You were living your life. You were living your life. Your identities, who you were, wasn't determined by a relationship in any sense of that word, right? They didn't define you. You had a confidence about you, an assurity, a certainty of who you were. And because of that, your SP was attracted to you. So I want you to remember who you were. But this time you're the elevated version. You're like that person, but 2.0. Better, more evolved. But you must become that confident person that was in love with yourself. That sure, when you met your SP, sure, you thought they were attractive. Maybe you wanted to date them, but you certainly didn't need a relationship. I want you to go back to that person right now. Remember who you were. And that is now who you must become again. That is now who you are again. Because that person is who your SP was attracted to, who pursued, who chased, who wanted to talk to, who was constantly trying to get your attention. That version of you is who your SP found sexy or handsome. That version of you is who your SP wanted to talk to all the time. They were constantly spending time with you. That version of you is who your SP wanted to constantly spend every second he got with you. The second he got out of work, he couldn't wait to be around you. He was always making plans to be around you. That version of you is also what your SP wanted to be, who your SP wanted to be in a relationship with. That version of you is who your SP fell in love with. That is who you must become again. So become that version of yourself right now, like it's a bodysuit. I want you just to step into that persona. Forget who you were 5 minutes ago. You're now the one being pursued, like you were before. You're the one that's now being chased, just like you were before, by the person that you love. Now, I want you to go back to a time in your relationship where everything was fucking perfect. That point when your SP was checking all the boxes. Okay. I want you to remember right now, who was that SP for you? Who was he as a person for you? How did they make you feel? How did they treat you? And I don't mean they're fucking great. No. Who were they? Why are they your person? You can manifest anyone you want. Why them? What is it about them? Remember who they were for you. Do that now. Forget who they were 10 seconds ago. This version of your SP that was checking all the boxes is the version of your SP that you were attracted to. That you woke up every day excited to talk to them. You just knew. This version of your SP, you knew exactly how they felt about you. You couldn't wait till the weekend because you knew you were going to have the best weekend ever with them. You thought about them all the time. This version of your SP is who you fell in love with. This version of your SP, you thought about them all the time. This version of your SP is who you fell in love with. This version of your SP, you never questioned a goddamn thing. You never questioned if you would hear from them today. You never questioned if you were going to see them, if they were going to come and spend time with you. This version of your SP, you never questioned how they felt about you at all. You knew. You just knew. And because you knew, they did all the things you wanted them to do. They showed up the way you wanted them to show up. Because that version of your SP would have automatically done those things. Because at that time, you never questioned anything. So that is now, you're going to hold on to that version of your SP. You're not going to waver from that version. That is who your SP is now for you and only you. No other version of you or your SP exists. Because the version of you that you were in the beginning of your relationship, the version of your SP that was there and when everything was perfect in your relationship, those two versions are exactly what caused both of you to fall in love with each other. So to get that love back with each other, to have the things that you used to have but better, you must see that version of yourself and that version of your SP again. You must find your happiness within yourself again. That confidence within yourself. You must become that now. And you must see your SP as perfect for you. The one who won your heart. That's the only version you should ever be looking at. Because the fact is, your SP has thought about you numerous times. They think about you every single day. Every day, they're going down memory lane and they're recalling all the memories that you've shared together. All the love you've had, all the feelings that you've shared. As long as you will hold on to the feelings that you have, as long as you'll hold on to the feelings that you know he had for you, those feelings must stay in play. They can't go away. So hold on to them now. Because they have gone down memory lane after memory lane. They have looked in their photo gallery numerous fucking times at your pictures, remembering how much they feel about you. Remember that. Hold on to that so that they can push it out. They have tried to text message you every single day. They have written endless text messages to you, trying to figure out the right things to say. They have looked at that call button under your contact number numerous times, and they have wanted nothing more than to contact you again. But up until now, they've been unable to press that call button, unable to press that send button because you have not allowed them to do that. Today, that ends. Today, you're going to get impatient with your SP and you're going to get them to contact you. And the only way you'll do that is by holding on to the version of your SP that you knew would do those things. You never asked yourself, well, do I believe he's going to contact me today? What the fuck? You never said that shit. Well, I don't know. Is he really going to contact me today? I don't know. No, you never asked that. You just knew. You woke up, maybe sent a good morning text, went about your little happy ass day, and knew he would text you back. You just knew it. And so because of that, he did. All the time. Because you knew. So now you're going to know again. You're going to, either way it goes, you're expecting something. You're either expecting them to contact you or expecting them to block you and not talk to you. You're either expecting them to come see you or you're wavering on if you're the priority in their life and if they're never going to come see you. You're doing something. You're questioning how they feel about you. That stops today. Enough. Okay? If you are new here, you're going to put on your crown. If you are not new here, you're going to straighten your fucking crown because here we don't take our shit off for anything. We get what we want and we get it when we want it. There is no other option. When queens and kings give a command, do they have to sit there and question, wonder, worry, doubt if their command will be fulfilled? No. When queens and kings give a command, there's nothing to question. There's nothing to doubt. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to check. They know. They just know. That is now who you are. That is now who you are. There's nothing to check. This is your reality. You're the queen and king of your reality. We get what we want and we get it when we want it. We only expect what we want and we don't take the bullshit and accept anything other than what we want. We don't give anything another option. And you're not going to give anything another option. Okay? All right. Now, we're going to add a couple words at the end of your commands today. If you're alone, you're going to say it out loud, say it with a little bit of backbone. If you're not alone, say it in your mind. Okay? Danielle, are you on here, bitch? Hopefully you are. Anyway, I myself will announce the winner of our contest today. Okay? I'll just announce the shit now before I tell you how we're going to give commands. Okay? So, the person who won today's contest is going to be, hold on one sec. Derizmaster. I like that name. Okay? Send Bevy a DM. Okay? Or you can DM me and I'm going to give you the WhatsApp community. I want you to join the WhatsApp community. Okay? I think it'll really benefit you. There's a lot of other guys in there too. Okay? All right. Now, you're going to say it out loud or you're going to say it in your mind with a little bit of fucking backbone. Do you understand? You're welcome, my friend. Okay, do you understand? Now, I want you to say something to yourself right now. And I want you to feel the second you say because and what follows after that, I want you to notice a shift in your body. Okay? I want you to say right now to yourself, I know exactly how they feel about me because I said so. Notice how empowered you feel. Now, I want you to tell yourself this. Say it with a little bit of certainty in your tone. Queen and King energy, hello, pay attention. Now I want you to say, I absolutely know that they want a relationship with me right now because I said so. Again, notice how empowered you feel. Now you're going to say this one third last statement and say it like you mean it. They're going to tell me everything that I want to hear because I said so. Own it. Decree a thing. Okay? Danielle, I saw you pop in here. Derizmaster is the winner, by the way. Okay? All right. So if you could let Bevy know, that'd be amazing. All right. So now you have your SP's photos out. So if you are in no contact with your SP or you are in contact with your SP, but it is not consistent contact, then, and I told him he gets the WhatsApp group, by the way. Then what you're going to do is you are going to tell them to contact you. You can say contacting me, texting me, calling me, doesn't matter. However they would naturally reach out to you is exactly how they're going to do it. Okay? Oh, and you're going to want to stay. By the way, I digress again. That's okay. You're going to want to stay till after this because I'm going to tell you one thing I want you guys to do to show you how powerful you actually are. And then the second thing, because a lot of you should see result from this. And it will have nothing to do with your SP actually. But you're also I'm going to give you a baseline routine. Okay? I'm going to give you a baseline routine. So that I can go ahead and simplify the process for you. It's only 3 fucking things. Okay, it's not rocket science. Okay? All right. So you're going to tell them to contact you. So this way you are going to say now, you are, look at dead ass in their eyes. I told you, get annoyed. Okay? Oh, perfect. I'll send you the link. Get annoyed, get irritated, get impatient with your SPs and have the attitude. If you got to yell at their ass, I don't give a fuck. Because remember, the tonality is what your subconscious mind hears. So say it like you mean it. Say it like you are talking to a child who has not been listening. Say it. Do you understand? So you're going to say it with an impatient tone in your body, like, bitch, what part of your fucking contact me right now did you not understand? Like, I don't think so. I don't fucking think so. I'm losing my I'm becoming very impatient, and you're going to do that in your tonality. Okay? So you're going to look at their photo and you're going to say, "You're calling me right now because I fucking said so." You don't have to say the F word. That's just how I talk. Okay? You're calling me right now because I fucking said so. You're calling me right now because I fucking said so. Period. There's not another fucking option. What part of I said so don't you understand? And what part of you're going to do what the hell I said don't you also understand? See what I'm saying? Okay? Now, if you're in consistent contact with your SP, then you can tell them that they're contacting you right now because you said so, or you're coming to see me, CC. You're coming to see me today because I said so. You're coming to see me today because I said so. Okay? Now, if you're in any of the ships, friendship, situationship, relationship, marriage ship, then you have options. You can tell them everything ends with because I fucking said so. Okay? No. I mean, yeah, sure, you can say that. Or you can just start viewing them as not being selfish. Poor attempts. But you know what? You say that. You say that. Okay? Now, if you're in any of the ships, you can say that they're contacting you right now because you said so. You can say they're coming to see you today because you said so, or you can have fun with it. You can say they are, what's it called? Oh, yeah. They're buying you flowers today. You're buying me flowers today because I said so. You're bringing me dinner tonight because I said so. You are cooking me dinner tonight because I said so. You're giving me sexy time tonight because I said so. You are rubbing my feet tonight because I fucking said so. Do you understand? Own your power. When you say things and you end it to say because I said so, that's authority. That is authority. That is queen and king energy. Do you understand? Get impatient. Absolutely, Tiana. You can, but for this exercise, you're going to stick with these. And then we will go ahead and I will tell you how to leverage the photo method for every fucking thing else, including gutter trash. Okay? Can never leave gutter trash unattended, can we? Never. So I really want you guys to get good in giving a command, not like, there's a lot of baby mothers that are pain in the asses, but you just have a co-parenting relationship. It depends on what you want out of the situation. Okay? All right. I gotta go to the ladies' room, so I'm gonna pause this, but remember, stick around so I can give you your baseline routine and tell you to do one thing that you should get results very quickly, and then you'll be like, oh, well, shit. Okay. SP is no different. No, SP is no different. Okay? All right. So go ahead. Put this on. Tell your SP what they will do, what their shit is going to be because you fucking said so. And I'm getting real impatient. And so because of that, it'll be all in my fucking tonality. Leverage, impatience, anger. Leverage it all. But you leverage it the right way into getting them to do what you want because what? Because you fucking said so. Period. All right? All right. So give your commands. Why pause this live and expect them to contact you. What's up? I didn't go anywhere, sis. Don't even trip. Now, you're going to expect them to contact you. Okay? You're going to expect them to contact you. All right? Expect something different from them. And you're going to do that now. Hone in your power. Because when you hone in your power, shit changes. Shit changes quickly. When you stop letting the 3D control your power. When you stop letting your SP control your power. When you stop giving your power away to everybody and everything, and you take it all back, right now, take it all back. Say this to the 3D every time it tries to trigger you. Take all your power back. Stop giving it away. Because all you've ever done is give your power away to every fucking thing and everybody. Okay? Oh, well, they said this. They said that. Who gives a fuck what they said? Who cares what they said? Nope. I'm in control. I'm in control. And I'll get what I want. And I'll get it when I want it. And you'll conform. And you're conforming now. Why? Because I'm no longer giving my power away to you. And as long as I continue to wait for you, that is, you know what you're doing when you're waiting? Giving your power away. That's what you're doing. Every time you wait, you're giving your power away. Every time you react to the 3D, you're giving your power away again. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. You want to know what queens and kings do when their 3D tries to trigger them? No. I don't think so. They take control. They take control. That's what they do. That's why they're the queen. That's why they're the king. Countries rely on kings and queens to be strong for the people. At least that's what most people think. They rely on queens and kings to make the decision in the best interest of the people. They trust them because they're the kings and the queens. Why? Because they're the strongest people for the job. Why? Because they don't react to shit. They deal with it. They handle it. They take control. That's why we have the things that we have in this world, because it's all about power. So take your power back. Take your power back right now. Right fucking now. Say this to the 3D. Say this to every fucking thing that tries to trigger you. And take it back. Because the second you own your power... what up, Casey? The second you own your power, everything changes. Everything changes. Everybody changes. Everything changes. Everything changes. Do you understand? Here we are, Jillian. What do you want now? But you know I love you. Just to get it straight. So all I have to do is... What is it all you have to do? Oh, Danielle, just so you know. I gave the winner. It's in the chat. But he gets a WhatsApp group. Okay. All I have to do is change my inner conversations and see him the way he was before. 1,000%. 1,000%. We've tested inner conversations over affirming only. And do you care to guess what conforms quicker? Do you care to guess what pushes out faster? Inner conversations. Because it's not scripted. It's natural. You've been doing it your whole time. You've been doing it your whole life anyway. It's the reason why they call it a conversation. Okay? You've been doing it all the time. But all your inner conversations are right now is your 3D. Your 3D, your 3D, your 3D. Let's go ahead and continue to have conversations about my 3D. But then expecting it to change. It's not going to. It's not going to change until you start changing your inner conversations, until you start controlling the 3D. Right now, every time you react to the 3D, you are letting the 3D control you. You need to control the 3D by seeing only what you want to see. By playing your part and seeing only what I want to see, hearing only what the fuck I want to hear. And I don't give a shit what they say out of their mouth. I'm sorry, what did you say? Yeah, no, that's going to be hard now. Reject, 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 reject. Like a VHS tape, reject. They say something you don't like to say, you know what you do? You hit the mute button. Mute. I'm sorry, what was that? No. I'm sorry, what did you fucking just say? Because I ain't hearing shit. I ain't hearing a damn thing coming out your mouth. Unless it's what I want to hear. And if they say something that's unfavorable, okay? If they've said mean things to you, then all you have to do is remember the positive shit they've said. And if they haven't said this, if they haven't said like positive things about how they feel about you, then you, again, hit that mute button and go off of their actions. What are their actions? What did their actions show you? Right? So if you're in any of the ships, like a situationship, a friendship, any of that shit, then you want to go off of their actions. Like, okay, no, I don't believe what you're saying. I don't believe what you're saying. Because your actions are showing me the complete opposite. Your actions are showing me the opposite. And that's all I need to fucking know. That's all they need to know. And they turn right around. Now, all of a sudden, what they're saying is matching their actions. Why? Because you're rejecting. Reject. Reject. Tiana, that's because you can blame, okay, look, Tiana, you can blame gutter trash all you want. But it isn't gutter trash. That's the problem. It's your assumption of the gutter trash. That's your problem. That is your only problem. Okay, so if you believe that gutter trash is meddling in your relationship or meddling between you and your SP and being a thorn in your asses, and I don't care if the evidence is clear as day, it doesn't matter. She must continue to do that. She's playing her part. This is your movie. This is all your movie. She's playing the part you've assigned her. So if you're going to assign her the part of villain and meddling in your business and always intervening in between you and your SP, guess what she has to continue to always do? Meddle and intervene over and over and over again. Because she's only playing the part you're assigning her. So assign her a different part. Assign her a different part. Because she'll forever meddle. She doesn't have a choice. You could love bomb the shit out of her. You can go buy her flowers every day. You can go and wine and dine her and try to be sweet as pie to her. And you don't care to guess how she's going to continue to be with you? The way she is now. Because that's your assumption of her. So you have options. You can banish gutter trash to the dumpster she crawled out of and then have her scoot down memory fucking lane and let the dump truck take her out. Or you can assign her a different role. And say, no, she's absolutely loving. She completely supports our relationship. In fact, she thinks I'm the best thing since sliced fucking bread. She never meddles in our relationship. Never. She doesn't even give two fucks. In fact, she's found somebody else. She doesn't even care. She totally doesn't care. They have a great co-parenting relationship and they don't care. Like, she doesn't care at all about our relationship. She completely minds her own business and stays in her lane. Okay? Because you have options. I can't tell you what to do. Okay, you can banish her altogether, but it also depends on what your assumptions are too. Okay, so a lot of people believe in this word called karma. So if you believe in karma, that's a problem. I choose not to believe in karma. I don't believe in karma. And if you guys don't believe, if you guys choose to believe karma is real, it's not. It's not. What the fuck is karma? Okay, it's somebody's assumption that's been passed on to society where you guys are like, karma is real. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because if that was the case, if karma was a thing and it was 100% real, then really bad shit would happen to bad people. Isn't that true? But why doesn't it? Because they don't believe in karma. So because they don't believe in karma, they can do whatever they want. And karma, they're unaffected. Nothing happens to them. Nothing bad like that. I'm not talking legally, but nothing bad happens to them, even though they're horrible people because they don't believe in karma. There's a difference. Okay. So, although I will tell you, this is where my mind goes because I'm an acquired taste. I was walking to Starbucks today, and on my way home, I saw a squirrel and stuff, right? And I was thinking, I was like, so squirrels and like all animals in general, they understand you, right? They hear you. Like, all that shit. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jackie's 100% right. They have to play their part. But so I was on my walk and I was thinking, I was like, who decides who's an animal, right? Here's my thought. I believe, okay, so let's say you believe in a higher power and you believe that when you pass away, you go to heaven or hell, right? So, I personally don't. It's just my own personal belief. I don't believe you go into the clouds. But if you want to believe this. But then a part of me is like, at the same time, who decides that you're a fucking ant or a cockroach? You know what I'm saying? So I believe that, because I believe we just start this life all over again, to be quite frank, but different, right? So I believe that bad people become cockroaches, ants, like animals. Because who decides who gets to live that life of a snail that gets stomped on every waking second? A bunny rabbit that gets constantly chased by coyotes, right? You know what I'm saying? Who decides who gets to live that life? So I'm thinking that's exactly where bad people go. They become the cockroaches, the spiders, the freaking ants. In case you want to know what I think about randomly at times, this is exactly where my mind goes. So next time you see a cockroach and stuff, just know, be like, yeah, that's right. Karma, bitch. If you believe in karma, then just step on their ass. Like, because you're going to do it anyway. You're going to do it anyway. So you may as well believe you're stepping on an evil person. Just saying. So back to you, Tiana. If you believe in karma, then, or a domino effect, okay? So if this person is, like, if your SP is very close to his child, and you banished her, and you also have to think, what is your assumption about baby mamas in general? Okay? Because some baby mamas get very vindictive and like to use children as pawns in their little games. So if you don't change your assumption of child's mother, then if you were to banish her altogether, what do you think that's going to do to your boyfriend? If he has a relationship with this child, which I'm assuming he does, or why the fuck would she be in his life, right? So there's a domino effect. What would that do to the child? If you were to take your own feelings out of it for a second. The child is the one impacted. And do you care, based upon the age of this child, do you care to guess what their relationships grow up to be like? Do you care to guess? All of a sudden, he's going to grow up without a father. And now he has bad assumptions. He has bad relationships because he grew up without a father. Plus, your boyfriend, unless you're fully prepared to pick up the pieces, is going to be devastated and going to live with that. And is that something you want to live with? Or can you just change her as a person for you? To be like, because this isn't like a fucking, this isn't like some bitch they fucking got off the street and like, like the typical gutter trash. Okay. This is somebody he has a child with. Okay. So there's a different dynamic there when it comes to baby mothers. So instead of saying like, no, they actually just have a co-parenting relationship. She fully supports our relationship 100%. She minds her own business when it comes to us. Okay. She completely reminds her own business when it comes to us. In fact, she wants nothing but the best for us. She thinks we have a great relationship and she's found someone else. She's literally totally happy with somebody else. Like if you started describing her that way, now that keeps his relationship with his child intact. They have a great co-parenting relationship for the sake of the child. And now she's minding her own business out of your relationship. See what I'm saying? So there's a lot more differences there. So we have to think sometimes, but that's what I'm saying, Tiana. You have a lot of resentment towards this lady, but the reality is he has a child with her. And remember, he also has his assumptions too, okay? In his reality, your realities blend. So you're saying she isn't capable of a co-parenting relationship because that's how you see her. So have her find someone else. People can be I know people who are not good together, but they co-parent for the sake of the child. My brother and his child's mom is like the quintessential of that. Where a relationship between them, that's a wrap. And do they always get along? No. But are they great co-parents now for the sake of the child? Yes. Because the child's the one impacted. And that's kind of how you have to look at it. So again, I'm not going to tell you what to do. You can do whatever you want. So if you want her completely gone, then you can go ahead and banish that bitch right to the dumpster she crawled out of. But the thing is you have to allow for the turnaround. So you can't react. You can't keep reacting because you're the reason you're keeping her around. Every time you react. So you have to ask yourself, do I want her gone or do I not? And if I want her gone, then that's all I'm going to focus on. She's gone away. He fucking hates her. He hates her. All they do is argue. She's completely gone away. And I'm not going to deviate from that. So I don't give a fuck if she's here a week from now and tries to meddle. Nope. She's gone away. She's complete. You need to discipline yourself. But if you're going to continue to react, then understand that you're the only reason she's still here. So does your want for her to go away outweigh you reacting to everything she does? Because have a little friendly competition with yourself. Why don't you do that? Okay? Because she'll play her part perfectly in your manifestation as long as you play your part and stay the path and don't react. Because I want you to remind yourself, every time you react, she wins. Are you going to let her fucking win in your reality? Because you know where that gets you. Blocked. So every time you react, she wins. So you're going to let her win? I know you just said no, bitch. So if you're not going to let her win, then discipline yourself. Discipline yourself. Okay, Casey, what the fuck are you talking about? You don't want to leave SP alone, but I just want them to chase me, and I think no contact is the way for them to chase me. Yeah, you're not necessarily, and look at it this way, you're not necessarily going no contact, okay? You're not going no contact. Like going no contact is where people block and go to the extremities, okay? You're not going no contact. Don't tell yourself that, okay? So just be like, no, I'm just going to work on myself and I'm going to work on knowing how she feels about me. That's my number one objective. My number one objective is to work on the knowing about how she feels about me. And if I'll focus on the knowing about how she feels about me, I don't need to go no contact because she'll know it too. And she'll reach out to me. Okay. That's all you need to focus on is knowing how she feels about you. Okay. Now, before I answer more of these questions, I told you guys, if you stuck around, here's what I want you to do. I want you randomly to think of someone, just randomly, anybody in your life. They could be somebody in your life you haven't talked to in a little while, or somebody that maybe you haven't talked to in a while. Okay? Think about anyone at random, not SP, unless you can discipline yourself. Okay? Anyone at random. And I want you to just randomly think about them for a second, like, I haven't talked to them in a while. That's it. That's all she wrote. I haven't talked to her in a while. I wonder how they're doing. That's it. And then keep it pushing. That's all you're going to do. That's your task. And you're like, well, why? Don't worry about it. That's all you're going to do. You're going to think about them one time. One time. And you're going to wonder what I haven't talked to them in a while. I wonder how they're doing. That's all you're going to say to yourself. And watch what happens. Okay? That's your task. I'm not going to tell you what happens because you guys will suffocate over the what happens. No. Just do it and watch what happens. Okay? Now, here's a very simple baseline routine for you. Okay? Very simple baseline routine for you. You have your affirming. Okay? Affirming is only to distract your thoughts. So if you're thinking about negative shit, you're going to affirm. Okay? You can do my 5x5 method, which is 5 minutes, 5 times per day. But the key is outside of that. Okay? So, and it's per desire. Okay? So you're going to affirm. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to create a RANT page. Your RANT page is going to be anywhere from 12 to 15 affirmations. It could be 20 affirmations and it doesn't fucking matter. Okay? No more than 20 affirmations. You're going to create a RANT page. You're going to say your RANT page. You can write it down. You're going to read your RANT page to yourself once a day, twice max. Okay? And that's it. You're not going to think about your RANT page again. You're just going to say it twice a day. Or once a day. That's it. That's all. And now a RANT page goes like this. Okay. It has your core affirmations. So if my affirmations are, my SP is so obsessed with me. He is so obsessed with me. I'm all he ever thinks about. He's always calling and texting me. He's constantly spending time with me. He'll do anything to be with me right now. Okay. Your RANT page will go something like this. He is so obsessed with me. I'm all he ever thinks about. He's always calling and texting me. He texts me good morning every single fucking day. I cuss in my affirmations because it's how I talk. Your affirmations should be worded in what would be natural for you. If you cuss, then say profanity in your affirmations, okay? He texts me good morning every single day. We are constantly spending time together. Like he is constantly spending time with me. He's always taking me on dates. Like he will do anything to be in a relationship with me right now. He can't imagine his life without me in it. I'm the love of his life and he knows it. He wants to live with me. He wants to marry me. He wants to be with me forever. He wants to spend the rest of his life with me. That's the RANT page. Okay. It groups in other things. Okay, and then the third thing, because what you will start to notice is that your SP will start to play out your RANT page. The reason for that is because you only said it once or twice and you kept it pushing. So the other things that are in your RANT page, they will start to conform to. So like I tell you guys all the time, so that was like, I don't know word for word, but that was the consensus of my RANT page, okay? So then all of a sudden, he started texting me good morning every single day. And I knew it was my affirmation because it'd be like 2 p.m. and I'd get a good morning when I knew he was up 5 hours ago. Okay. So I would get, that was my good morning in my RANT page. Then there was a time when he said, when he was talking to somebody and he was like, I'm never going to stop talking to her. Like, I'm going to talk to her forever. That was he can't imagine his life without me in it. He's never said that before. Okay. To someone else. So all of a sudden they're now conforming and repeating and showing the affirmations that were in your RANT page because again, you didn't pressure on it. You didn't think about it again. You just said it and forgot it and moved on. Okay. And then the third thing you're going to do is focus on inner conversations. Inner conversations about what you know. What you know. So there's 3 inner conversations you should be having. One is the first step. So let's say you're not in contact with your SP. So then your inner conversation should all be about as if you were in contact with your SP. If you guys talked all day, every day, and I was to call you up on the phone and be like, ring-a-ding-ding, yo, how are you and Brian doing today? Like, how are you and Brian? What would you say if you were talking all the time? Or if you were spending time together all the time, right? If you guys are already in communication and he was planning to come see you, what would you say? Okay. That's your inner conversation. So it'd be something like, girl, we talk all the fucking time. Like literally, we talk every single day. Like everything you've had to witness is great. We have the best conversations. Like he literally is constantly showing me affection in our communication. Like he texts me all the time. You know, we just fell asleep. We talk for like 3 to 5 hours a day on the phone. We fall asleep together all the time on the phone. It's like amazing. It's just so natural and we're just so connected when we talk to each other. Right? Inner conversation. Okay? How you be talking to your inner bestie? if that was true for you. Okay. Now, the second inner conversation you're going to have again is reminding yourself what they've told you about how they feel about you. I don't care if they told you that shit 20 years ago. It doesn't matter. They told you that shit yesterday. Okay. What did they tell you about how they feel about you? What are things that they told you that they love about your relationship or your connection? If they have not told you any of this stuff, what does his actions show you? Well, that's in a conversation. Let's say he's mute and didn't say shit. Okay, so then it's like, but his actions show you that he very much was in a relationship with you and he very much cared about you. And you'd be like, girl, he kissed me all the time. Like, this man is like all over me all the fucking time. We have the best relationship, like literally. Like, he is constantly showing me affection. You know, he's cooking, he cooks dinner for us all the time. Like, he's constantly rubbing my feet, like whatever. Okay, whatever that inner conversation would be for you, based on how he feels about you. Like, I know he's in love with me. Like, I do. I know he cares about me. I know that he cannot imagine his life without me. Like, literally, he is constantly showing me how much he cares about me, right? Whatever his actions are showing you. If he has verbalized things to you about how he feels about you, great. Remind yourself of what he said. This is not you hearing his voice. This is you reminding yourself and recalling the things he's told you. That's inner conversation number 2. Inner conversation number 3 is all about, it's exactly this, word for word. You can change the words, speak it in your native language, how you would talk. But the 2 words you won't remove are I know. I know exactly how he feels about me. Okay. These are all umbrellas. Okay. Like an umbrella affirmation, but an umbrella inner conversation. I know exactly how he feels about me. I know he wants a relationship with me. I have no doubt about that. I know that shit for a fact. Okay. He's telling me everything I want to hear. He's literally telling me everything I want to hear. Inner conversation number 3. Now, you're not restricted to those inner conversations. You can have inner conversations literally about whatever the hell you want. Doesn't even matter. Okay. About your inner conversations. They could be about whatever you want. Like, you could literally be like, yeah, no, he's totally planning. I know we're going to go on a date tonight. Like, he's literally going to, call me in, whatever, anything. Any inner conversation, positive only. Positive only. Now, you know your tasks for the day, do you not? You are not to question shit. You're not to question shit any time of any day. You are going to recall somebody, be like, God, I wonder how they're doing. I haven't talked to them in a while. I wonder how they're doing. That's it. Okay. And you're just doing this for funsies. And then what you're focused on is positive meaning to everything. Everything is movement today. Everything is movement today. The sun fucking comes out of the clouds. It's like, of course the sun came out because he's thinking about me. Duh. Everything is positive meaning. If you're going to creep on their social media, it's hot now all of a sudden. They're going to creep on their social media, positive meaning. Positive meaning only. To everything. Understand? Nothing. Everything is movement today and everything is positive meaning. Only the meaning you want it to have. That is it. Only meaning you want it to have. That is all. Not the I think. No. Lisa with the butterfly. What's up, bitch? So we can completely persist in a whole different version of SP, like even better than before. Yes. So I want you to script it out, Lisa. The evolved version, if you could take what you love about this person and wrap it up in a nice little fucking bow in perfect relationship, what are those qualities for you? How does he treat you? How does he talk to you? You know, how does he make you feel? All of those things, but persist in the better version. Yes. Sasha, good question. When they contact you, she said, should I respond or make them wait? Okay, look. So I don't know what the whole I'm going to make them wait shit is all about. Can you? Sure. But me? No. I'm going to respond. Now, I'm not going to sit there and respond 30 seconds after they message me like I've just been sitting on my shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'll respond 1,000%, but you're going to keep it natural. Keep it casual and natural. Whatever they said, respond to what they said. What you're not going to do when they contact you is be like, oh my God, I've been dying to hear from you. I have missed you so much. Like, can we talk about our relationship? Like, can we talk? No, 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 we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Because that is forcing the 3D. And they will pull back. They will pull back. And that's chasing. We don't chase around here. We get chased, bitches and men. I gotta find an alternative name for bitches, for men. Look at that. SP is now bringing her kid around after 3 months. Does this count as movement if I'm trying to manifest? 1000%. First of all, king of me, channel exactly what the fuck your name says. King of me. Keyword king. Okay? Yes, everything is movement. Everything is movement. You have to understand, if a woman brings a kid around you, that's a big deal. Well, it's supposed to be a big deal for women. I'm very protective over my child because she grew up without like a positive father figure, if you will, in her life. So I will not parade men through her life. I think that's fucking gross, right? To like just meet a man and thrust your child into their lives. I'm like, are you that desperate for a child's father? No, I'm not that person. So I don't do that. And neither is my bestie. She's the same way. She's a single mom too. Over her dead body, are we bringing random men that we don't even know where this is going into our child's life? So I think it's weird when people do that. Like, you really want a family that bad? You don't even know if this guy's good. But anyway, so for her to bring her kid around you, that's definitely movement, because that means that she sees a future with you. Or she wouldn't bring her kid around you. Hold on to that shit, bitch. Hold on to that, because that's a great movement. Hell yeah. Ooh, CC, I cannot tell people that I got any top from Target, because when I wear anything, my daughter's like, if she knows it's from Target, she's like, I was like, can we fucking talk about why Walmart now thinks they're fucking Nordstrom's? Have you seen that? The only thing you're getting for cheap at Walmart is like a blank spaghetti strap top. That's it. Half their shit be like $25 now. I'm like, $25? It's cheaper to go to TJ Maxx than it is to go to Walmart. And I'm like, and for what? For the shit to shrink the second I wash it, and then for it to unravel? Is that what I'm paying $25 for? So I shop at Target all day. Telling you. Oh, Spaz, I'm going to message you as soon as I have a coaching call coming up. And as soon as I'm done, I'm going to message you back. Okay. But you're going to breathe. Deriz, you can call her, but don't react. Okay. Do not react to anything that she fucking says. Don't react. You actually control the tonality of this conversation. Okay. You can control the tonality of this conversation. To be like, no, actually, this is going to be a great conversation. It's literally going to be a fantastic, amazing conversation. Like, she's going to tell me everything I want to hear. She's telling me everything I want to hear. Okay. But either way, do not react in your thoughts. Do not react in your thoughts. All right. Let's see if I can fast forward a little bit here. What we got here? Well, that's right. He said that he couldn't get enough of you. Right. He can never get enough of you. Yeah. He cannot get enough of me. He literally thinks I am the best thing since sliced fucking bread. For fuck's sake, Emanuela? God. You want me to make a list of all the I guess I should start doing that. But it would only be available to the WhatsApp community, because what am I going to do? Put it on my stories? You know what I'm saying? So I should start doing that, though, every day after I tell you guys what to do. I'll go and put it in the general tab. And so you guys will know what you need to do. Okay. But if you will follow those 3 steps. And persist in the version of your SP that you want, and only the version of your SP that you want. Don't worry, Emanuela. The replay will be on the tube of you, and then you can fast forward 2.5 hours. And you can listen to it again and then pause and take notes, okay? But I say it often here. But if you will persist in only the version of your SP that you want, you will follow those 3 things I fucking told you to do, you will get movement from your SP. You will. When you get real good at assigning only the meaning to everything that you want it to mean. Do you understand? I don't want to hear this shit no more. In the WhatsApp community, links in the bio. In the WhatsApp community, I don't want to hear this shit. I do not want to hear. But he said this. He said that. He fucking said this. Oh my God, I got triggered by this. I got triggered by that. This, that, and the fucking third. This is your reality. You're the queen and the king of your reality. The fuck are you going to get triggered by something in the 3D for when you have the power to change it? So you have to ask yourself right now, do I want my 3D reality to change? Do I want it to change? Do I want to get consistent movement from my SP? Do I want them to conform or not? If the answer to that is yes, and I know you just said yes, then grow up. Stop getting triggered by fucking everything and everything under the sun. Why don't you try just relaxing for a second and just be assigning good meaning to every fucking thing? Grow up. Because it's the only way you're going to get your SP. This is the only way you're going to not only get them, but keep them. That is the whole point of this, is to keep your SP. And the only way you're going to keep your SP is to learn now to stop reacting to bullshit. Stop reacting. Stop getting triggered by the nonsense. Because the more you react, the more you get triggered over and over and over again, that you're going to do this shit in your relationship. They come back. You're going to react and get triggered by everything under the sun, and they're going to leave just as quickly as they came back. Because all you're going to do is remind them why the fuck they left in the first place. They don't want stress in their life. They do not want chaos in their life and a headache. They can go get that from their kid. They want peace, quiet, happiness. Be that for them. You deserve that. You deserve that. So stop reacting. Stop reacting unless it's a positive reaction. I told you, is whatever you're going to give meaning to, you're only going to select the meaning that's going to make you feel better. What meaning is going to make you feel better? Well, that's what your shit is now. Them blocking you, that's not going to make you feel better. Or you can be like, no, they low-key, they stalk my shit. They're on my shit all day, every day. Which one's going to make you feel better? Well, then that's the meaning that you give it. That's the meaning to everything that you give it. Because nothing has meaning until you give it one. So the only meaning that you should be giving all day long is what you want. That is it. There is no other option. There is no fucking other choice. Positive meaning to everything. You control everything. And you're going to prove it to yourself if you grow up and stop reacting to all the bullshit. Stop reacting. Positive meaning Sunday to everything. Positive meaning only to everything. And today, everything is movement. Everything is movement. Stop questioning movement. Stop questioning that shit. Give everything movement. Everything's movement. Everything is movement. I saw a squirrel run by me. Oh, look at my SP chasing me. He is so in love with me. Yeah, movement. Everything is movement today. Do you understand? I know you said yes. So you have your tasks. And I honestly want you to think of somebody you haven't talked to in a little while and wonder how they're doing. And that's it. Don't think about it again. Move on. And you come back and you tell me what happens. I've had many people do this. Positive every fucking thing. Okay. Now I got to jump on a coaching call. All right. So Yeah, she just messaged me right now. She's already on the fucking call. Listen, I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time, with the exception of this week. One day I will not be live, but I will tell you ahead of time what day that is. Should be Tuesday. So I go live every day at 10 o'clock. If you ever miss my live, don't even trip. I put them always on the tube of the U. So while you're there, subscribe. Watch them. Let them serve as your daily fucking reminder to get a grip and to stop acting like a child and a juvenile adolescent and start acting like, a fucking adult in a mature adult relationship and not a child teenage relationship. And a lot of things will change. And also only see your SP in the version of him that you want them to be for you, because why the fuck would you want to manifest back an asshole and avoidant? That doesn't make any fucking sense. So why don't you start seeing them for the person that they are? Do you understand? Okay? The link to my YouTube is in my bio. All links are in my bio. If you want me to manifest your SP for you, or you want one-on-one coaching with me so you can figure out where you're going wrong and get your shit finally right and actually finally get your SP to conform, that's what I'm here to help you do. I manifested my SP back from no contact, living with me in 4 fucking weeks. And I had somebody who just hired me to manifest for her, and she's played her part. She went from no contact with her SP to now this weekend is moving back in with him. 2 weeks. Actually, it'll be 2 weeks as of tomorrow. Yeah, so technically less than 2 weeks. That's what we're here to help you do. Join the WhatsApp community. You'll be blown away by all the success stories. It's not complicated, okay? Somebody came on here today, Martha, who got contact with her SP after being in no contact for 2 months. Yeah. Why? Because I'm fucking good at what I do. Just do what the fuck I tell you to do. Because no one rides for you more than I do. That I guarantee you. I guarantee you that with a whole heart of passion. Okay. These are attached. My WhatsApp success stories are attached to real ass phone numbers. They are not fake accounts. These are real ass phone numbers. Okay. So you can see they're real ass, whole ass people. We don't need to make shit up around here. Okay. I am obviously your manifestation bestie because I care about you as a person. I know what it's like to be where you were at. Okay. I know what it's like to want to be with the one that you want to be with. So get a grip and let's go get your SPs back. Do you understand? I want 100% success rate. Let's go. Get a grip. Let's go get your SPs back. All right? All right, besties, I love you, and I will see you all later. Layla, I'm coming right now. Bye.